Hello? I'm sitting here with the star of the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce, found dead.
And guess what else is found dead? Breast cancer, bitches.
Yes.
We have cured it, all right?
I don't know that that's true, but it was.
But we're trying to.
I was like, there might be a possibility Matt Steele is going to be in a commercial. I went very briefly to Jackson's family's house to watch the game. I was just like, you might see Matt Steele. I don't know if it's going to happen, but just watch. And Matt Steele was on this fucking Super Bowl. Clap for him.
Thank you. Good for me. It was wonderful keeping that secret from y'all.
Yes, can you keep a secret?
I guess I can. Another classic, ladies and gentlemen.
And even I kept the secret.
Even you kept that secret. I know. We're so good. We're good at keeping things hush hush. Imagine like when we get something like really big, like a really huge like podcast.
I gasped when I saw you. Steele saw your commercial. Congrats, man.
And I still have no voice.
Yeah, when's it gonna come back?
No, whatever. I don't need a voice.
No.
I don't need a voice. Fuck it. All right. Who's here?
Yeah, who is here? I'm seeing Olaf. I believe your mom is here. Tyler's here.
Let me post the link, I guess.
There's a Linda, but I don't think that's your mom. Hi, it's Michael. I believe Steele wanted those boobs for real.
Thank you so much.
That's acting right there, people. That is acting.
No, girl, I wanted that paycheck for real. That's what
I
wanted. All right.
And you got it.
I did. Well, I haven't gotten it yet.
It's coming, though, because that ad aired. Cancer found dead.
Cancer found dead.
Kendrick Lamar wishes he could slay the way Steele slayed cancer. Chiefs losing. Kendrick doing great. Matt Steele in the Super Bowl ad. We are winning today. Olaf, honestly, what a perfect day.
It is a great day.
This is the day that Hoku was singing about.
Oh my God.
This is that perfect day.
This is the perfect day.
Because I was watching the commercial, I was like, well, this is so extended versus what I'm seeing on your Instagram. And so I'm like, how is this going to go into Steele? And then it did. And I stood up and I was like, yes.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't know because I haven't watched it.
Were you at work or were you just like, I'm not watching?
No, I was. I mean, I'll tell you on the podcast how I discovered I guess I made it. I'll tell you all the story when we start recording the podcast.
Excited to find out.
Yeah,
the details.
what a good time.
Because I think you did tell people about the man staring at boobs.
Yes, I talked about how I booked a commercial.
Yes, but we didn't know.
Feels like the timeline where that man is. I know. I haven't thought about him once in the last hour.
I know. I don't know her. I saw. Thank you, Ava. Keep your eyes peeled.
Keep your eyes. You gotta check.
Gotta check those eyes.
Plus Boston Rob getting Boston Rob and Derek in one episode. Girl, are you kidding? What a time. Wes, Derek, Boston Rob back to back. Iconic.
That's the thing is like there are too many straight men here.
The gays are the gay competition reality show. Because the thing is like three men who have obviously like earned their stripes. Like obviously they're legends for a reason. We appreciate their gameplay, but we're tired of seeing the same people win and be considered the best all the time. So the fact that they went boom, boom, boom.
That was good.
Dahmer Chanteuse. I know.
The part where this is the part where Taylor breaks up with Travis for being a big loser. I mean, he won the past three.
He's doing fine.
Two Super Bowls. It's okay that it doesn't seem like he's going to win this one. They're losing by.
Well, not he. They. It's not just him.
Yes.
So don't put all the blame on him.
No, it's not his fault.
I don't usually chat, but I want to say congratulations. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Kendrick is great. Matt Steele, your butterfly air with the raspy.
Yes, this is how Mariah sounded on the butterfly tour. Unfortunately, we love everybody, but it's just like
her best album, not her best tour.
It's just like going from Tokyo Dome for Daydream and then going to Tokyo Dome for Butterfly. And I was like, this is
different. It's just a little different. It's different. Not to jump ahead, these execs responded to Chappell Roan's. I haven't been following the Chappell Roan stuff.
I mean, I've only been following it a little bit, and we'll talk about it during the podcast. But I'm sad. I'm sad because I was like, this person's name is familiar to me. Why do I know this person's name? And then I figured it out, and I was like, oh my God. So that was tough. But and of course, Legends Steele on our TV screens. Is there any songs you guys wish were on halftime? I would have liked Swimming Pools. Great show still. Well, I don't know Kendrick's discography super well. I was happy that he did, obviously, ended with Not Like Us, TV Off, Squabble Up, a lot of GNX tracks that had been trending. He did Humble. And he's just such a good performer. He's just such a good performer.
He said that there would be like a surprise. Was there a surprise?
I mean, no. Well, no, yes, there was. Serena Williams was dancing during Not Like Us on stage with her.
Very fun.
So that was cool.
We love. How is she a good dancer?
G Palmer. Oh, is so yeah, she was moving like she was dancing like she was in the Sorry video by Beyonce, just having a good time.
Just having fun.
And I believe Drake had said some shit about Serena at this point.
Oh, I love that.
So if we're
I don't love that he said that. I love that she was.
If we're piling on,
hi, I'm on.
Not like us.
Team Kendrick.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you're like, I actually think Drake was right?
Drake made some points, and I'm going to.
Not like us was so good. A minor. I mean, I do feel like I've gotten to the point now where I'm starting to feel a little bad for Drake. Because it's like, I would love if he had a Sunday in which Not Like Us was not like heralded. And people weren't singing, they did cut out the word pedophile.
Okay.
And so hey, we love that for Drake.
I guess.
Hey y'all.
Hi. How's that? What's going on? Like, how are y'all doing?
Yeah. Were you guys in the Super Bowl commercials? Steal us.
What was everyone's favorite commercial?
Yours. Hi.
Hello.
I did like the one. There was one where
fuck that one. I don't even know what he was gonna say.
Eugene
fuck
Levy's
that one.
eyebrows were flying off.
Sure, whatever.
It's cute. It's funny.
But was he convincingly playing straight on screen?
I think he is straight. So.
Well, was he convincingly playing gay on screen?
You weren't. You were masked. You were masked. And you were so like, masked. I mean, not to spoil everything because you haven't seen the way the commercial was edited. You were in sync with the music.
Oh, you know that's what I need with every edit.
There was a musical lyric happening while you were performing, and it all tied in together.
Oh, I love that. Mm-hmm. I'm all about that.
Because the ad I had seen, you actually are like, you're more verbally involved.
Yes.
This was more, it was all in the face.
Well, you know what? If there's one thing I can do, it is move my face.
And like people who are texting me are just like, wait, that's your co-host. He's gay, right? I'm like, yeah, he's an actor. He's an actor. He's acting straight.
Who texted you that?
This girl I used to work with.
Okay. Well, hello, ma'am. Yeah. Yes. They removed Petter from the song, but not the one in the stadium. None. All of them were mid except for mine.
The only commercial I remembered is yours. As an Ingles fan, this is amazing. Congratulations to you, Pickle Pearl. I don't think the game is over, but I assume the Eagles will win.
I love Pickle Pearl. I know.
What a great name.
Pickle Pearl.
Oh.
Yeah, as someone from Central Jersey, a lot of people that I know are very excited.
Yes.
Did you know your ad was going on air tonight? I had an idea it would be. But it wasn't completely confirmed.
Yes, there was a possibility.
So I wasn't going to be up on 2Game ads all up on my socials being like, look out for me on the Super Bowl.
Right.
That wasn't going to happen.
Right.
But it should have happened because that's what ended up happening.
It is. This is not a This Is Us situation.
No. No, it's not, girl.
This is not that.
This is not. I will not be cut out of anything again.
You will always be there.
I will always be in the edit.
But also, your little scene of the commercial would not have made sense without you, in my opinion. Like, I don't think there's a way to cut you out.
I know. I am crucial to solving breast cancer.
Yes. Well, I didn't say that.
We're all in this. We're all crucial. We need to work together to cure breast cancer.
Hey, Jeff's stepping away from his party to pop in. Glad the voice is coming back. Steele. Yes,
yeah, it's like better than what it was, but like, it's, And
I would say that I'd say officially better.
Yes, you are.
I would say I'm officially better. I'm doing like a cough or two a day.
That's fine. Yeah, that's not bad.
It was much
What's
worse.
the ad? Probably won't get to our part of the world, but YouTube will do. Yeah, it'll probably be on YouTube. I guess YouTube, Wanda Sykes Super Bowl commercial. Or
I don't know
Wanda
that it's
Sykes
up.
Novartis. I mean, it's probably not up now. It'll probably be up later. But hold on. There's an Instagram. There's an Instagram to follow.
And go on Matt Steele's Instagram. His last post is his part of the ad.
Yeah.
Which the Super Bowl ad is obviously extended. It's much longer.
What's it? Hold on. It's a underscore your attention please underscore. The @ your attention please underscore. That's the Instagram. Or like go to my Instagram and the most recent post I posted has the @ and so they'll probably post the Super Bowl commercial on their Instagram at some point. You'll see it.
Oh, and Grace posted a clip of the full-length version on the Discord. So if you want to see...
I haven't even checked that Discord.
I know. Go to patreon.com/2GameMats, become a patron, go to the Discord and see what Grace posted.
That's the only way you could see the
Because as soon as it happened, I went to the Discord and people were just like, Matt Steele, all caps. I'm like, yes, that's her. That's her.
That's her.
Oh,
There
a
she
moment.
is.
That was a moment.
I mean, it's a moment. I haven't even seen it.
I know. I saw it. And I was like, oh, look at that big face on my
Look
screen.
at that. Oh, my face is so big.
No, it's not you, but it's a zoom in and, the TV's big. For the Super Bowl.
When I tell you, that camera was right here.
Really?
Oh, and I was just like, okay. And they were like, don't worry about the camera being so close. It's a very wide lens. And I was like, okay. And so, but I was still, it was literally camera right here.
Wow.
And when I tell you, all I did in the hour that I was standing in front of that camera was just changing up. Like, okay, maybe have your eye line here.
It also is funny because
your eye line here, because they were trying to figure out where my eyes would be in relation to her, and then where her boobs would be.
Right.
So that was literally everything I did was just every change I made.
And they didn't give you real feedback on set, right? It was more like you were just doing the stuff.
Well,
right?
I guess there were some direction things where it's kind of just okay, have your reaction to being embarrassed sooner, little things like that and everything. But other than that, it was literally just look here, no, here, no, here, no, here, because they were trying to figure it out, and it was very stressful.
Some people don't need a lot of direction. Some people it comes naturally to them, and my co-host is one of those kind of actors.
I mean, what can I say?
Yay for Anora! It's obvious award season is trying to save face from awarding Amelia Perez prior to the controversy. Did you get to see Haley Steinfeld? Because I guess she's in the commercial.
No. That was different day. Day. Oh, God. Patreon exclusive Kathy's React to Steele's ad. You look glowing. Thank you.
Short and sweet deluxe next Friday. Will you be reacting? Yes, the plan is to put up one of the songs on the main channel. But if you want to see our reaction to all of the new songs, go to patreon.com/2gamematch. You can get everything you want.
Yeah, that's how many new songs are we getting?
I think 5 or 6.
Okay, that's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough.
You looked glowing, Matt Steele.
I try, and I have to say, I was happy with how my hair looked.
There you go. And he's literally never said that. No. Every time we record a 2-game match, it's my hair.
Yeah, but I'm happy with how my hair looks.
It always looks good.
It was people who they knew what to do with my hair.
Janie just texted us. Wait, this Super Bowl ad? I'm out of body. Steele loves boobs. It's all true.
I love them so much.
I know.
And you should love your own boobs.
Absolutely.
Therefore, you should check them as often as you can.
Yes.
Schedule your mammograms.
Yes.
Go to at underscore your attention please underscore
Absolutely.
on Instagram or yourattentionplease.com.
Yes.
Yes.
We have not found a link for the full Super Bowl version of the ad, but if you go to @It's Matt Steele on Instagram and watch his latest post, you'll see the Matt Steele edit.
Matt Steele
edit.
it's
a little moment. The moment that Matt Steele is in is on his page right now.
Well, the fun thing about that is I still need to sign a contract because I signed 2 contracts. We're getting into the nitty gritty. I signed 2 contracts. One was for television airing, and the other was for permission to use my still image if they wanted to use still shots. But they didn't have me sign a social media contract because I guess they figured I wouldn't be on one of their social media ads. But then when I was on one of their social media ads, my agent is reaching out to them being like, "Hi, Matt needs this contract."
Yes, he does.
So
he needs an extra check in the mail.
Yes, exactly. Hello. So because I did not know I was going to be on that Instagram ad.
You're everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
You're everywhere.
I'm everything everywhere.
And everyone's watching our damn Abracadabra review.
I know.
So hey, this is a big week for Matt Steele.
I mean,
the visibility is there.
I'm just so happy that song is still everything. I've listened to it 5,000 times.
I cannot stop listening.
No, it's a perfect piece of music. I love both pre-choruses.
Absolutely. I love the post.
That post.
The post is so fucking funny.
Everything.
Abracadabra.
It's the best. It's the best thing ever.
I can't imagine people not liking it, and the fact that it's #1 on Spotify right now.
Everyone likes it. It needs to go #1.
It does.
It needs to dethrone that other song.
Which is fine.
Which is a lovely song. I have nothing bad to say about that song.
And it clearly helped pave the way for a reintroduction of Gaga to the general public. And if that's what we needed to get into...
Yes. Real music.
I'm being nicer.
Not that type of smile is not real music.
Next time y'all come for me for not being a Gaga fan, remember this conversation because I'm being nice, biting my tongue, but being nice.
Listen, I'm a superstar now. I can say whatever I want.
That's true. You're the star of the Super Bowl.
Watch me get canceled by tomorrow.
What about saying you don't like Die with a Smile? That's not a cancelable offense.
I like Die with a Smile. It's just there is a hierarchy in terms of Gaga music.
Yes,
and
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra's upper echelon.
Yes. I forgot what good news feels like. First album of the year now. Boobs era Steele. This is great.
Great pair of Sundays we got.
I know. We've had a great couple of Sundays. I hope they keep going. I want good Sundays. From
good Sundays. It is the Lord's Day.
It is the Lord's
Day. It's harkening back to early 2010s dark pop Gaga that we love.
Is Steele's commercial character canonically straight or just distracted by the cleavage? I think canonically straight. If you watch the version on Matt Steele's Instagram, that's a straight line read.
Well, you don't know. I could be looking at her boobs in a sort of like, oh, I hope she got those checked. You know, like I was concerned.
It reads as straight.
Oh, thank you.
As straight does.
Thank you. Where's my fucking Oscar?
I don't hand out the Oscars. I don't know if you know that about me.
Well, then what am I doing here?
We're doing a podcast.
Why am I networking with you and not networking with someone who hands out actual Oscars?
Well, I guess we'll have to see. You have a couple Sundays to get the Oscars.
I do, guys.
If you have more Sundays like this.
Guess what? If I were to ever win an Oscar, guess what day it'll be? Sunday.
That is true.
Hey.
Not the bi erasure.
That's true. No bi erasure. I could be bi.
You could be bi.
I could be bi.
In the commercial.
In the commercial. In the commercial.
Yeah, I know. Tate's album coming soon too. Yes, I just switched over to the game. Can't miss Sundays with my fave case. Oh, that's mentioned. You're so kind. Oh man, I was just smiling. I just saw it and was like, yes, 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 and yes.
I haven't even seen it, but I'm still also like, yes, 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 and yes.
It was a great moment.
Did you hear Lisa's new song, Born Again, with Doja Cat? Are we reacting to that?
We should.
Yeah,
I don't know if we want to.
We're on a roll.
We're on a roll. But I mean, again, that could be Patreon only. Go to patreon.com/2gamematch. So see that if we end up doing it. But we could do that on Thursday, I was thinking.
That's cool.
You need to do that right now. Yeah. You got people to text.
When did it come out?
Thursday, Friday? Thursday night, Friday?
Okay.
Yeah. How big will this Gaga era be? Hopefully, it seems she's like on her way to a very big era. Yeah. Definitely a big debut. Everyone loves Abracadabra. It's #1 on US Spotify and I think global Spotify. Die with a Smile's a giant hit. Hopefully she has another banger in her back pocket that she can release album release day. I think it's going to be huge.
Yeah. Matt Steele is the Andrea Riseborough. Oh, that's my dream, is to like get like snubbed, or like not even my film is so small that like the Globes don't notice, SAG doesn't notice, no one notices, but Frances Fisher notices, and she starts a whole campaign, and then I get that surprise Oscar nomination.
Hey, that would be very exciting.
Oh, I would love to be the Andrea Riseborough of anything.
Who would y'all pick for next year's Super Bowl performer? I mean, people were saying Miley. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Fun, yeah.
So I'm like, who has been around long enough and hasn't done? I mean, if Taylor gets finished with her re-releases, her Taylor's versions, then Taylor can do it.
Yeah.
It should. I mean, not to there's no way to plan this, but I do think if the Chiefs are in this Super Bowl again and they're still together, it'd be a lot for me. It's like we don't need to. Like I don't need to. This doesn't need to be a commercial for your relationship, but we love everyone. I'm sorry he's having a bad day.
No, he's fine. Like, he'll be fine.
He will be fine. He will.
Yeah, he'll be a little bummed, but like he's lost games before. So did you say any movie can still win Best Picture besides Anora? I do. I still think, yeah. I mean, there's a front runner now. But sorry, you just said this, but will Oscars be an Oscars cast? But will Oscars might be an Oscars? Oh no,
we'll talk about it right after it's over.
Yeah, we'll be
live. Yeah, podcasting after it's over.
Right after.
But I can't imagine. Like Matt Steele would not enjoy. Reacting to the Oscars live. He's too invested.
And also, we're a party.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Jackson hosts a party every
year.
The
party.
That we can't skip because it'll be happening while we start the podcast. Yeah, it'll still be happening.
Yeah.
P.S. I love me. Oh, Mariah to do the halftime. I don't know if that's something Mariah wants to do. I don't. I mean, and she did a great job in 2000. I want to say, I'm going to say 2003 when she sang the national anthem. Like she's more needed to sing the national anthem. Like that's more of a vocalist
because she's our president.
Yeah, I voted for her.
He better not have written her name in this. Yeah, and well, the thing is, if she were to do the halftime show at the Super Bowl, I would love just like her doing like a 15-minute remix of just like one random song. Mariah. And just craziness is happening around her, and she's just standing there looking great.
Yes, I mean, I would like that.
Yeah, you would obviously love that.
Of course.
Kelly Clarkson halftime, please.
Oh,
the thing is, the great thing with the Kelly Clarkson halftime show is she'd be able to sing it live. She would sing it live, and it would be fucking incredible.
Which, by the way, we love everyone. SZA wasn't singing. You didn't watch it. I don't know that SZA was singing. And that's fine. She looked gorgeous. Fine. It's such a huge stage.
She can't hear herself.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Mariah just standing there perfectly still and will be carried by her dancers from start to finish.
Holy shit! Are the Chiefs losing by that much?
Yeah, oh, that's what I said. No. They just got that 6.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, Travis is having a bad day.
I told you.
Never mind. Okay.
Since you've been gone, at the Super Bowl would go off. Rock Nation produces it, so the choice will be under them. I bet Mariah's time for halftime show would have been 2006, 2009. Plus, she isn't the aesthetic. Okay. That's just not
gorgeous.
SZA did look gorgeous.
Oh, SZA looks gorgeous. Everyone would look gorgeous.
SZA has anxiety, so hey, 40-6 now. Ooh.
Listen, if I had to perform Super Bowl live, you think I'd be singing live? Absolutely not. I would be lipping the fuck out of that.
I think it would depend on how I felt that morning. I would have a backing track ready to go just in case, but I would re-record my vocals for the backing. But if I did feel like, okay, I'm in voice, I can do it, I would give it to her.
Absolutely not for me.
Really?
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, like, singing isn't like my forte.
I mean, the thing is, if I were doing that, I, much like Mariah, wouldn't be dancing so much.
No, absolutely not.
I'd give a little, little one, too. Like, I would move as much as Rihanna moved when pregnant. And like, that's it. Chiefs are getting blown out. Go Eagles. Taylor's going to squeeze his hand 3 times at the back of a limo. That must be a reference. Still not over the Super Bowl ad.
Who is?
When I saw you, Matt, I was gasping on the commercial. And it's also great because it's just like everyone knows. It's like when people saw you in Dahmer. It's like everyone knows you. Like you are now part of people's lives.
I guess.
2K Mats. And people care. People were reaching out to me.
I know.
Being like, was that Matt Steele? I was like,
yes. Spice Girls reunion. That's what I want. The alchemy ain't hitting the same for Taylor Travis. What's your fave Best Picture nominee at the Oscars?
Spoiler, I did watch another Best Picture nominee since we've last spoken. Yes.
Oh my God. So, yeah. Okay.
In fairness, you'll be proud of me. I watched 3 Oscar-nominated films this week.
Holy shit.
Only one was nominated for Best Picture.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that.
You know me?
Matt Palmer. My favorite, it's either, I like them all. I would say Dune 2, The Brutalist, or Anora, all in the same echelon.
Yeah.
I would say. But Conclave is so well done.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I would, but my top 3 I think would be Dune, Brutalist, Anora.
Okay.
Yeah.
In any order?
Maybe in that order.
Okay.
Yeah, in Dune 2, I'm just still fascinated by the fact that I loved it so much because I'm not a sci-fi guy, but fuck, that was a film.
And is it tough that it's just not getting the heat is off it because it's been so long since it came out?
The thing is when it came out, when they moved it to March, I was kind of just it's the heat will be off it by Oscar time, which is a bummer, but what are you gonna do? Maybe The Brutalist over. I don't know.
Do you guys think Ariana will win Best Supporting Oscar? It's not impossible, but I do think it's still Zoe.
I think it's still Zoe.
Lose. Justice for Nosferatu.
Beautiful movie.
Haven't seen it.
I think Nosferatu could maybe sneak in a cinematography win there. Ooh, but I would love The Brutalist getting in that. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My
phone is still...
I'm sure. Do you need to put it on Do Not Disturb, or do you want to hear the buzzes while we go through this?
Oh, I like to feel the buzz on my back.
People are still thinking about me.
Wants it.
People are still talking about me.
Did you guys discuss the lackluster Super Bowl?
Not lackluster. It just was, clearly...
I think it's the best Super Bowl of all time.
Just because you were in it. But you mean if you're talking about the game, we're not I watched some of the game, but we're not sports heads, as you probably know. But yeah, it was very one-sided, lopsided, some would say. But I'm glad the Eagles won. The Chiefs had won the last 2, and Jalen Hurts is very cute.
Hey, look, stakes ain't high, to quote Carolina Change.
I think the stakes are pretty high for those playing.
Yeah, but no one's gonna die.
No one's gonna die. But as Jordan posted in the Discord, if you think the Eagles aren't going to tear up the city after winning tonight, you would probably be wrong.
Okay, but the Chiefs might tear up the city of their city if they had one.
Well, maybe they'll tear it up because they lost. Cities could be torn up is what I'm saying. People care enough.
And then every Super Bowl should just be canceled because if we're all tearing up cities.
Because the thing is, we watched Beyonce lose Album of the Year.
And what did we do?
We complained. online.
We can play it online.
But we didn't flip over a car.
No, I can't do that. My neck.
I know you're not. I know if it weren't for your neck.
Oh my God. Like, get out of here.
The NFL paid the gays dust this year with what? The performers?
My mom wants to know, can I?
Can I?
Yes, you can, mother. I don't know what you're talking about.
Random fun question. Fave toys growing up. Were you doll people? I'm like, what was... I mean, I love to skip it. Skip It was my fucking...
favorite toys? Oh, I was very much like a video person. Like for Christmas, I always wanted videos. Stuffed animals. I love stuffed animals.
Wait, videos like... What do you mean videos?
Like Barney Goes to the Farm.
I
like
see, okay.
Or like movies. I always wanted movies.
Yeah.
Any sort of stuffed animal thing. Like cool, like puzzles, stuff like that. If you're talking doll, meaning like a baby doll, I did have a baby doll.
Did you?
Because when I was little, I asked my mom, I was like, I want a baby doll. And I somehow acquired a baby doll. She had blonde hair and a red dress. And I made up a backstory that she was from Italy. Okay. This is when I was like 5.
Yeah.
But in terms of like action figures, I was not interested. No. I was like, what am I? Pew, pew. No, this isn't real. Like, I don't get it.
I had one of those Power Rangers. It was didn't the Green Ranger have like a knife/flute or something?
Something like that.
I had something like that.
I did have a Red Ranger action figure, but I was more so I want to put him on display as opposed to like actually
like playing.
Yeah. Like what am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't a Lego kid either.
I was not a Lego person.
People love Legos.
People worship Legos.
And I mean, I guess it's like a good skill to have.
I guess. What did I build every single time? Just a stack. I just built a stack.
Right.
That's all I could do. That's all I could muster. Play-Doh. I could do Play-Doh.
Play-Doh I always felt was, I don't like mess, and that always veered a little into
See, I liked Play-Doh though because like Play-Doh, of all things that could create mess, it was the least messy. Ooh, but also Gag. Remember Gag?
Oh,
Gag was iconic.
Gag was iconic.
Talking to Nickelodeon kids.
We were Nick kids. Palmer, are you looking forward to the Valley season 2? Absolutely. Also, not to spoil, and we won't put this on the podcast, but we are going to be, hopefully going to be on a podcast discussing Housewives this week.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And which, by the way, I think you might have a physical therapy thing during the time, and you need to cancel it.
Oh, what's the time?
It's like 11:30.
Oh, yeah. Gotta cancel that.
I see your calendar because you put things in the 2 game
really?
sometimes. And so I'm like, you would have to cancel that. Or
gotta call. I gotta give him a call.
We haven't been confirmed, but basically, you need to start watching. Tonight's Potomac is going to premiere tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we need to see. Maybe they'll give us an early cut of Summer House for us to watch.
Okay.
But a lot of the shows are going off. Like Salt Lake City just had its last reunion, as did New York.
Okay. Text me
a
list of...
And maybe they will. Maybe they'll tell us, like, you need to be prepared with this.
Okay, and then I'll ask you the backstory.
Yes, and I might send you, like, a couple of extra bonus material.
Please do. Please do, because that's what I do for everyone.
One of them, like, I'm going to send you Karen's, police tape of what happened when she got a DUI because the body cam footage leaked.
Great.
You don't need to watch the full 30 minutes, but just get an idea of, like, how bad what happened to... what Karen did.
Okay.
Because you're going to watch Karen and be like, oh, I fucking love her. But then you're going to watch that footage and be like, Karen.
Did they discuss Traitors yet? Spoilers. Please don't ruin it for anyone.
We have not discussed Traitors.
We have not discussed it, but we're going to, if we bring it up.
We'll say spoilers.
We're going to say spoilers,
so
but we will talk about what happened.
Oh, Beverly Hills also. But yeah, you can jump into Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be exciting, hopefully.
All right, do we start recording?
Let's start recording. Oh, wait. That card, you you gave me the card and I did not put it in.
Oh, God, guys, why is nobody ready?
Oh, shut up. Did you give me that card?
I did.
Okay, 1 second.
Is it still in my pocket?
Pocket?
No, I have a quarter in my pocket.
1 second.
This is what I have in my pocket. I have some change. I had to get change from the boba that I bought. How's everyone doing? What should I do if someone told me I should pray gender dysphoria away? Tell them to shut up. Just be like, just be like, listen.
Like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
I had lent Matt Steele an SD card, which we used to record the audio of the podcast, and
I so generously gave it back
after forgetting last week. And so, yeah, we need to record the audio as we're talking.
Because, guys, what are we as a podcast if not audio?
I mean, we're mostly audio. It's true.
We are audio. All right, we ready?
Round 2?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well. Guys, I still don't have a voice. Well, I have It's Better. But I'm having a great Sunday.
Absolutely, because you may not have a voice, but you have a brand new credit. Actor at the Super Bowl, star of the Super Bowl, Matt Steele. If you did not watch the Super Bowl live last night, you may have missed an ad that featured a straight mask Matt Steele looking at boobs. I know you were getting text out the wazoo because I was getting text out the wazoo. And Matt Steele, as the new Super Bowl superstar, how do you feel?
I feel at peace. I feel like how what's her name? Shirley MacLaine, when she won her Oscar, she held it up and she said, "I deserve this." Thank you, football. Thank you.
Thank you, football. Yes.
Thank you, Novartis.
Yes.
Thank you to my wonderful agent, Hayden Jones, my commercial agent. We love you, the Hayden Jones Collective. We love my wonderful manager. I act like I'm just won an Oscar. My manager, Cheryl Jackson. And I want to thank.
I hope I'm getting thanked at some point.
Thank you, Matt Palmer, for hitting record so that I could express this. And I want to thank my wonderful, incredible co-star, April, for having a beautiful pair of boobs.
Acted her face off.
Oh, absolutely, darling. Acted her boobs off as well.
Did.
Some might say.
Some might say,
ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. The rest of the podcast, I'll go into all the backstage drama.
Yes, drama. Damn, fame really changed Steele. That's funny. Oh, he's so different now. Yeah, so if you missed it, guys, Steele was in a Super Bowl ad. I missed the old Steele.
Well, this is me now.
He was always like this, if that helps you.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. My phone. Shut up.
You were the one who said you wanted the
attention. Don't get me wrong. I love the attention.
You love the attention.
No, please. I'm overwhelmed.
I mean.
God.
Okay, so yeah, some of you got an ad, some of you didn't. Yeah. Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
Oh, please, you start. Okay. I'm too tired from all the performing.
Of course. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Two Gay Matts, the podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And we are back again another week. Matt Steele, how's your week been? Any big news?
It started off pretty good.
Good.
And it just ended even better.
I love that.
Okay, guys, I'm going to tell the whole story.
Tell us.
Of how, preface that I filmed this commercial. I told y'all on the podcast I filmed this a commercial where I played guy staring at breasts.
Of course.
And I was very excited about it because I could stretch my acting muscles, use that BFA to, that $200,000 BFA got put to use, ladies and gentlemen.
I was going to say $200. Lucky you.
$200 BFA, my $200 BFA. So I filmed it in December. And while I was on set, it was very hush hush, what this was for. No one was really giving anyone any information. And so me and my co-star, the lovely April, we were just okay, we have to figure out what this is. What is we know it's something for breast cancer awareness, something like that. And so as I was getting my costume fitted and everything, it was like a 5-day shoot, I know.
Okay.
And so I was just this is an extensive 5 days to shoot one commercial. That's an extensive commercial. And I got my costume fitting on day 1 of shooting, and I shot on day 3 of shooting. So it was okay. So day 1 of shooting is where they shot the big arena. I guess I still haven't seen the commercial, guys. There's apparently a big arena with cheerleaders jumping up and dancing. And it's they got this big stadium that I got to go to get my costume, figured out. And so I was talking to the costume person, and I was just so what is this? And they were just it's it's a big deal. And I was just okay, cool.
Yes.
And so I was thinking about the time it was filming and when it could possibly air.
Yes.
And it was kind of just okay, I'm putting the pieces together.
Icon.
And so
did you tell April that you would put the pieces together?
Yeah, we both figured it out and everything.
Yes.
And then we shot it day of. It was a great time. Lovely people, lovely set. And so then later on, April said to me, she was just okay, I talked to some people and everything, and it seems like it is what we think. And so it's okay, but still, what I got, and then there was an ad on Instagram that they released, and it was okay, cool. Like I'm on this and everything, but so it seems like they were shooting a bunch of littler commercials.
Right.
I don't know if this is like officially what it is, but it seems like they were shooting a bunch of little like vignettes and moments and everything. And I looked at the website of Your Attention Please, and it said that it was already announced there's going to be a Super Bowl commercial with Wanda Sykes and I believe Haley Steinfeld. And so it seemed like all the little vignettes, including this little Instagram ad, were essentially going to be combined together to create one large Super Bowl commercial.
Yes.
But it was still not confirmed that I made said cut.
Yeah.
It's like it very well could have been I was just in this little ad and I didn't make the Super Bowl cut. So I was still like not telling anyone like, hey, I'm going to be in a Super Bowl commercial. So Sunday arrives, Super Bowl Sunday, 2025. Today. And I do my usual. I go to work and then I go home and then I go and walk to get my boba and walk back to my car. As I'm walking to get my boba, I get a phone call from my ex's best friend. And that's how I knew. I was like, oh, because why would
you be reaching
Why
out?
would this man be calling me? And I wasn't able to pick up. I was about to pick up and be like, hey, girl, what's up? But then I just got bombarded after that. And I was like, okay, I guess this is what's happening. In a span of 5 minutes, I got over like 100 text messages. Like, I don't know how many FaceTimes. I don't know how many missed calls. And I checked my Instagram for a second. So much shit on Instagram. Haven't checked my Facebook at all. Haven't checked the Discord for 2K Mats. I don't know where because it's just like, okay, I got to get ahead of this and start thanking people right away for telling me that I did a good job looking at boobs.
Yes.
And so yeah, that was my adventure going to get the boba and then driving up and my phone is still buzzing.
It's still buzzing.
And so, I had no idea so many people watched the Super Bowl.
What? You had no idea so many people watched the Super Bowl? Who says those words?
I had no idea so many people watched so intently to the commercials where they were like, hey, that's Matt Steele.
Some people are watching just for the commercials. Like, even still, people are like, oh, what is the celebrity commercial going to be? And they were not expecting to see celebrity.
The biggest celebrity of them all.
Matt Steele of 2K Mats. I was back home because
How did you experience it?
I experienced it. Well, it's a long story, but basically, Jackson and I have traded off being sick for the past month and a half.
You have.
And Jackson is currently sick.
It's good for couples to share.
I mean, it's not. The timing's been bad, but it's whatever. We're making it through. But we were going to go to his parents' house to watch the game. And basically he wasn't able to go because he is currently sick and I'm currently not. So I went over and brought the pies that I picked up because we were told to bring pies and we brought pies. And I watched the first part of the game and I was like, hey, by the way, guys, just like keep your eyes peeled. You might see a commercial with Matt Steele in it. He might be in a Super Bowl ad this Sunday, but like, who knows? And then I come back home with soups in hand, because we want Jackson to feel better, feel well. And we're watching I'm not watching so closely, of course, because it's the Super Bowl. But but you
knew I could have been.
I knew
you were one of the few people.
I was, but I was watching it like an ad, and I was like, wait, there's a lot going on here. I think I missed Haley Steinfeld, but I was like, but I think they're talking about boobs. And Jackson's like, yeah, they're talking about coconuts and like all this stuff. This could be the ad. We watch it, and I'm like, how does this tie into like Matt Steele at a coffee shop looking at this girl's boobs? And like, oh, well, I guess it does.
I guess it does.
Popped in, and your face is all over my frame TV, 65-inch.
Oh, how'd I look? How'd my pores look?
Pores? Never heard of them.
Right?
I jumped out of my seat and was like, that is Matt Steele. That is the commercial. He is looking at those damn boobs. And I went straight to the Discord and everyone's just like, Matt Steele in the commercial on the Super Bowl. And I was like, oh my fucking God, this is the best day.
Now, what did you scream louder when you saw me in the commercial and you screamed, that's Matt Steele? Or when you saw my friend Fernando's commercial and you screamed, that's Sheena?
I think I probably screamed, that's Sheena a little louder. But that's only because I feel like, as I've aged, I've gotten a little quieter. Like,
of course,
tones have gotten more dull.
Yeah, and your upstairs neighbors are a little less patient with you.
Hey, no, they moved. Those people moved to New Jersey, famously quiet state. But whatever. I just was thrilled. I was getting so many texts. I was like, is that your co-host in the Super Bowl ad? That I was like, oh, I know Matt Steele's phone is exploding. But we were talking to Matt Bridges earlier that day, and I was like, I just saw you. It aired. Like, we need to discuss. And I think he's been in the Super Bowl ad, too. So now how do we get the third Matt in a Super Bowl ad? It's time.
I know, it's time. What could you do in a Super Bowl ad?
I could, maybe Mariah wants to do a Super Bowl ad, and I could be there as a fan.
For a Super Bowl ad, you have to really stretch yourself. You can't just play willy-nilly like Mariah fan, because that's like what you are in real life. You have to really like stretch the acting muscles. Like, what is me? I am homosexual.
Yes.
I am not into breasts.
Yes.
And so therefore I had to really like be brave and go into the mindset of, I really love these tatas. So what would be the biggest stretch for you as an actor that you could do on a Super Bowl commercial?
Maybe if I had to be like, oh my God, J-Lo's coming out with new music, I can't wait.
Fair.
That's a big stretch. Yeah. We love everyone, but am I excited about J-Lo music in 2025? No.
What about Kiss of the Spider-Woman? You excited for that? You better be, motherfucker.
I'm not, but I will. I could see it. I would watch it possibly. I hear good things. Yeah. There's a lot of talk about it being good, but I think excited's not the word I'd use.
Okay.
But long story short.
Okay.
Bravo, Matt Steele.
Thank you very much.
What a performance. What an exciting moment. I hope you're taking it all in.
I am.
First Dahmer, now this.
I know. And you know what's crazy? I didn't get to check any Instagram thing, but you know how you go on the app and you see notifications?
Yes.
Literally within 10 minutes, I got 22 new followers. And I'm just this is creepy because how do people know who I am?
I mean, they probably already knew you from 2Gay Matt. I'm like, oh my God, that's that 2Gay Matt.
Oh, let me look him up again. Okay.
That's my guess.
Because that's about to be girl, there's no end credits on commercials. IMDb for commercials.
They found you.
So it's very weird. I just want to encourage all of you to check, all of you with breasts. Yes. Make sure you check them on the regular. With your hands, with your eyes, with your soul, and then schedule your mammograms.
Absolutely.
It's very important. Go to yourattentionplease.com. I think that's the website. I'm not positive. I just
need to get a brief.
Hey, listen, I am the spokesperson for breast cancer now. Yes. So I really have to say these things now. It's my job.
It is your job.
I literally get paid to do it.
You got paid that time.
I sure did.
You did a great job. So really exciting stuff. I didn't do too much this week outside of watching that commercial and, nursing Jackson back to health. So that has taken up a good bit of time. We did react to Ollie Years and Years. They put out a new album that we react to. It's on our YouTube. So if you want to see that, it's very exciting. And I don't know if I did anything too crazy. Oh, and I watched a bunch of films because Jackson and I, since he is sick, we're not going out. And so we watched 3 films, one of which will come up later. But I will say the 2 that, I both enjoyed but weren't my favorite of the 3.
Okay.
A Real Pain.
Okay.
Kieran Culkin is, I get it. I hope he does win that because he does a great job.
Fantastic.
But man, what an annoying guy.
I could not handle him.
I couldn't handle him. And I know
insufferable. And he's supposed to be a total
and he's
agent of chaos.
A people person, but has very big emotions that he just cannot get a lid on.
Sure, you're not supposed to be hey, I want to hang out with this guy 24/7.
Right, and I didn't. But I enjoyed
because he is a real pain.
Yes, he is a real pain, but he did do an incredible job. And I also was just man, Jesse Eisenberg, super talented to write and direct.
It's a lovely screenplay.
It's a lovely film.
Screenplay, well directed. Well, he's great. And
he's great in
it.
Yeah. I've liked him since The Social Network, so I'm excited that he is having this incredible moment. Another film that we watched last night is Academy Award nominee for Best Picture and maybe winner after this weekend.
Oh,
we watched Miss Anora.
Oh my God, what are your thoughts?
I loved it. She's
great.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm a little Demi Moore is incredible, but I'm a little sad that the heat is off of her. It feels a little bit in the best leading actress race. I feel earlier on in Oscar season, I felt there was more discussion of oh my God, she's going to be first time nominee, first time winner. And she just is a force. The
final scene, phenomenal job. Yes.
The Anora is a great film that I would recommend you watch. But there is a third film that I watched that is nominated for a couple of Academy Awards, but not Best Picture, that we'll talk about a little bit later.
Okay, I'm excited to hear
all right. Should we jump into the news for idiots?
I guess we can jump into the news for idiots. Yeah. I don't know what else I did this week.
Is there any other news you want to share?
I went to physical therapy because I'm old and falling apart, but whatever.
Hey, but you're also on the Super Bowl.
I don't feel any neck pain today.
Hey, I love that. You're on a high, and I think it's great. Chappell Roan.
Okay, tell this whole story. Explain it to me.
I'll try because I don't fully understand it myself.
Okay.
But you did see at the Grammys when she won Best New Artist that she had her speech talking about the ways labels basically don't support up and coming artists. They do not get health insurance. They don't get living wages. She absolutely talked about something that I think is very legitimate because the label is going to be taking so much from you, and what you are given is not even money that is yours. It is an advance on future earnings, while they could at some point say, yeah, we're just not going to put out your album. And you're just in the hole for this. And if you ever make money while you're still signed to this deal, we're going to get all that money first. And then we'll start paying. It's just of all of the entertainment industries, all of them are fucked up in a lot of ways. I'd argue music is up there as the most.
Oh, sure.
Just an awful, as far as the record label things go, awful how we do that. But then there was a response. One music executive, Jeffrey Rabon, took to his this appeal very personally. Why he wrote an op-ed for the Hollywood Reporter, referring to Chappell as an industry insider. She's been signed roughly 10 years and only just started making enough money to pay her rent a year or two ago. But the execs basically. I guess it's on Twitter. The exec is bragging about purchasing a Stegosaurus skeleton.
What?
I don't understand. It just goes on and on about. Its title is The Misguided Rhetoric of an Instant Industry Insider.
Okay.
So Chappell responded. Chappell was basically like, hey, put your money where your mouth is, guy. I pledged to spend $25K to like support these up and coming artists. And like, here are several artists that.
So he was essentially saying she can't advocate for up and coming musicians because she's just been signed for a while.
I guess, or like you're an insider, like you are so wealthy at this point. So like, why are you making this speech?
Okay, but she is not like the boss of all these people.
Right.
Like all these like up and coming people aren't on her payroll.
Right. Yeah, he basically, I mean, I didn't read all of his thing because it seemed like very misguided.
I mean, we're talking about Stegosauruses.
I know.
So it's a little lost in the sauce here. But so she said, put your money where your mouth is.
Yes, like match how much money I'm going to be trying to donate to support these artists in need. I'm $25,000. And then he responded being like, who thought it was a good idea to publicly challenge an educator to a $25,000 one-upping contest? Really? Do you know what teachers make? Right idea, pointed in the wrong direction, XYZ. But it's like, wait, didn't you say that you bought Stegosaurus bones, sir?
You're an educator?
He's an educator because he is the chair of what? NYU's Clive Davis Department of Recorded Music.
Oh, this is so awkward.
Because I kept reading his name and I'm like, I've heard this name before. And by the way, if you don't know what that is an NYU program that started, I would say 2 years before I went to NYU and was in the Clive Davis Department of Recorded Music. And just, just to show you, it's a very small program. There were 24 kids in my class. And so the fact that this man is chairing my alma mater that again had 24 kids per class. I don't know if it's larger now, but whatever. And it's like, this is what you want to do with your time. NYU educator. Like, I don't know the payment and how that works at NYU, but clearly you have enough money to buy dinosaur bones. And we paid $200,000 plus years and years and years ago.
To like maybe one day hopefully get a spot where you look at a girl's boobs for 5 seconds.
Right. And so it just is like, you can't call yourself like you are just an elementary school teacher when you're the chair.
Yeah, girl, you're not buying supplies for the kids here.
It just was like, why am I involved? Like, now, what did Nene say? She said, now, why am I in it? I just was like, I just don't think this is the best course of action. Like,
he could have just said nothing,
which is always an option.
But no, he wanted to feel like the smartest person in the room, get his name out there, and write this whole like article where like yelling at her for, I don't know, just like advocating for like, hey, these people need health insurance. He could have just sat there and been angry quietly. I don't know.
What did New York say? You could have just sat there and ate your food.
Yes.
He really could have. I believe his point was like, well, no one like makes you sign to a label deal, XYZ. And it's like, but still, it just feels like the industry, musically and all of entertainment, is very like, if you should just be so lucky to be here. Like, I remember interning at MTV and like hearing what people made there. And I was like, what? And they were like, well, I mean, so many people would like make so much less to be here. And I feel like that kind of thought process goes into a lot of creative pursuits where it's like, you should just be happy to be here. And it's like, well, yes, but also this is a job. And like, I should be paid a living wage and I should have health insurance. Especially, it's like, being signed to a record deal is all encompassing. You have to be making music all the time or it's not going to come out because you've got to make the music that they want to put out. And I don't know. It's not like you can just have, I can have a part-time other job. It's like, no, this is your entire life.
Yeah.
So how about you pay me for that? So it just was unfortunate that he decided to do this. It's unfortunate that like it's tied into this program that I did enjoy my time at the Clive Davis Department of Recorded Music. And like, if you've seen that viral video of Maggie Rogers sitting with Pharrell and like playing her song and him crying, she's a Clive Davis alum. Like, there are definitely very successful people who went to this program along with me. So it's gross that like his name is now now tied to something in this way that like you're really going out of your way to like beat down on this girl who was trying to help up and coming artists.
Yeah, because it's not like he like got her that good. No. Like it's not like he like spilled this intel like, oh, like Chappell Roan is actually evil and here's the evidence why. It's kind of just like, no, you kind of just said like, oh, she's been signed for a while. Like you didn't really have anything to get the people excited about this article. Sorry, sir. But
I know. So that was a disappointment, but something exciting for, you know, people like me who saw Anora and enjoyed it.
Look at you.
Hello, look at me. I'm in the conversation. Anora took home the top prize at the DGA and PGA on the same night. It also won the top prize at the Critics' Choice Awards, I believe. So wait, what does this mean? Do you think there is a world in which Anora does not win Best Picture?
I do think there is still a world in which, you know, maybe The Brutalist wins or maybe like Conclave. There is a world, except that world just got like much smaller. It's not necessarily Pluto size world. But maybe like Venus, maybe Mercury size. Yeah. Whereas like Anora's chances are now quite larger. Significantly large. I mean, first I was watching the Critics' Choice Awards online, and first of all, like the winners were very The Substance winning original screenplay over Anora. Like a lot of people thought, the original screenplay would go to Anora, but The Substance won original screenplay. And after Anora didn't win any Golden Globes or anything, people were kind of like, oh, Anora's buzz has totally died. Like it's going to be the movie that's going to get a bunch of nominations, but like it's not necessarily going to get like all the votes for like the wins and everything, which is a shame because, you know, it's such a unique movie to be nominated for Best Picture, and it also won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. And so so when it lost original screenplay at Critics' Choice, people were kind of just like, oh God, is that really it for Anora? Like it's totally dead in the water, and like is anyone like, does it really have the buzz anymore? And then the shocker of Best Director at the Critics' Choice going to John M. Chu for Wicked, when everyone's like, oh, this is Brady Corbet's, possibly Sean Baker for Anora, but like most people were like, oh, this is Brady Corbet's to win, because in terms of like direction, I think that was where it won like most like critics awards. So everyone was shocked about that, especially because John Chu wasn't even nominated for Best Director at the Oscars. And so we were like, okay, that'll be the big shock of the night. Yeah. But then announcing Best Picture, Anora wins Best Picture at the Critics' Choice Awards without winning any other award that night. So it just won Best Picture. So people were like, wow, what a funny little institution, this Critic Society. What a novel win. Yes. Little did we know, yesterday, I go online after I went to celebrate my friend Marissa's birthday. She had a birthday party yesterday. Happy birthday, Marissa. Happy birthday, Marissa. And I was like, oh, I can't wait for the party to be over so I can go online and see what won. Yeah. So I go online as I'm walking to my car, and I saw Anora wins the PGA, the Producers Guild Award. And so I was like, oh my God, this is incredible, because that is also a ranked voting system. Oh, I see. Much like the Oscars. So a lot of people thought that Conclave would really benefit from a ranked voting system. Right. But no, it was Anora. And so I was like, wow, that's exciting. And then I get in my car. I'm like, I'll check the DGA later, thinking Brady Corbet for The Brutalist is a shoo-in. I go home. I check my phone. And it won the DGA too. Wow. So everyone is just like, okay, Anora had so much more support than we were thinking it did, which is very exciting. Like if it wins Best Picture, because Best Picture, the category was very up in the air between like 4 movies at the Oscars. And now it's really just Anora is the front runner, which is so awesome. Like it's just so great to see like a comedy, first of all, be the front, like a straight up, like this is it has such silly like physical comedy moments and everything. And while there are like, you know, darker elements to it, more dramatic elements to it, for the most part, you're like chuckling, like you're laughing. It's more of a comedy than a drama. It's more of a like a screwball comedy. And so that it's just so lovely to see. The performances are excellent. The ensemble as a whole, phenomenal. And you all know I go hard for Sean Baker. I think his movies are so fantastic. And so, yeah, I'm excited for him and all of Anora. Yes. Oh, and by the way, also, if you want to go to patreon.com/2gaymats, the Oscars pool is up. So if you want to
write into our Google form. Let us know who you think is going to win at the Oscars. We will announce the winner in a future podcast. We also will allow you to pick one of our upcoming patron-requested videos and move it to the top of the list. And we actually have the Grammy winners available now. We'll talk about it during the second half of the show.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, just wanting to let you know that if you have opinions on the Oscars and want to make your voice heard, go to patreon.com/2getmats.
Hey.
Let's talk about it.
What's your favorite Best Picture nominee that you've seen so far?
That I've seen. I mean, it's close between Anora and The Substance, but I think I'm going to say Anora.
Okay.
I did like Conclave as well. I'm like, did I see any other Best Picture nominees? I don't know that I have.
Okay.
But yeah, those. I did enjoy all of them.
Yeah.
But I think Anora just a nose ahead.
That's why I think like Anora is like, it's revealed that Anora is doing so well. It's because it's like at the end of the day, it's just like a fucking flat out enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
It's just like a joy to watch, but it still has that like that edge to it and just like the feels and everything. So it has so much to bring to the table, and it's unlike any other Best Picture winner. So.
What do you think is the second most likely winner of Best Picture? Do you think it's The Brutalist?
I do think it's The Brutalist.
Okay.
I do, because The Brutalist is also like brings something that like people can really get excited about in terms of. I do still think Brady has a little bit of the edge in terms of director, which would be fantastic. Just because the movie The Brutalist, the direction for that is a little more like visually flashy, like the cinematography with the music and everything. Like that, it's a little more flashy in terms of that. Yeah. Whereas Anora, the great thing about Sean Baker's direction is he's just so phenomenal with like how he works with like the actors and everything, and just sort of the tone of the piece and the energy of the piece, which I think both things like as you need as a director. Like if you have both those skills as a director, they're both so equally vital. But I feel like voters tend to vote for sort of the slightly more visually flashy elements of movies, which is why if Sean Baker were to win director, it would be a really refreshing and exciting win.
That's true.
You know, but also I do think Sean Baker has a few more prestige movies like under his belt, like on his resume, than Brady does. Yeah. Brady's still a little bit more of a newcomer, so that might be also why like people are more inclined to vote for Sean Baker for director. Right. I don't know, guys. We'll see. Stay tuned. You never know what'll happen.
What are we, 3 weeks away now from the Oscars?
I think so. Yeah, March 2nd.
I think we need a whole new segment of the podcast to just talk about Carla Sofia Gascon.
Oh, but we're doing it again.
Basically, the new FYC poster doesn't include her, the Netflix one. She has announced that she's going to be taking a break from campaigning for Amelia.
I think that's a great idea. Absolutely. Take a rest. The head of Clive Davis Recording Studio should have maybe done that. That's a good lesson for everyone.
And Zoe Saldana is still processing the fallout from her co-star.
Okay.
All right.
You know?
But she's still allowing herself to feel joy.
Of course. Beautiful diplomatic answer.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's the front runner. And so she doesn't want to like throw her like coworkers under the bus, but she can't support what was said in these tweets and everything. Absolutely and so she's doing, I think the wise thing to do. And Netflix really is, they're doing what they can to.
Yes. They're backing away.
They're backing away.
They're definitely taking a step back. Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to take a step back.
Yeah. It happens.
Take a break.
Take a break. Sabrina Carpenter, after winning at the Grammys for, I think, 2 different awards, definitely 2 that I saw, is announcing that the deluxe edition of Short and Sweet is coming out this Friday. There are 5 new tracks entitled 15 Minutes. There's a new version of Please, Please, Please featuring Dolly Parton.
I love that.
I love that.
And there were some people in our comments, because when we said please, 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 there's a country vibe to it. And there were people like, it doesn't sound like country at all.
Sorry, open your fucking ears. Those are probably the same people who are on TikTok being like, how could Beyonce win Best Country Album? These songs aren't even country. And it's like
Dolly's on it.
Use your fucking ears,
Dolly's
people.
On it.
Like, I know y'all hate Beyonce and you hate us for some reason, but you're also wrong and idiots. So if you've written that comment anywhere, know that you're wrong and an idiot. All right. Track number 3, Couldn't Make It Any Harder, Busy Woman, and Bad Reviews.
Love it.
I'm excited for her, excited to see an expanded version of this album. That is very good, very listenable. I think it was right for her to win Best Pop Vocal Album. I think it's so consistent and so I don't know. I just think she's that's a cool and good record that has grown on me since its initial release. So I'm excited to hear what the deluxe edition tracks give to us. Something that happened since we recorded right after we watched the Grammys, so we didn't know this was happening because probably happening as we were recording. Apparently, there was an after Grammys party in WeHo, and Janelle Monae performed a medley of songs with Anderson .Paak. And when the band was playing Hot in Here, Janelle decides to give her opinions on Nelly. Fuck you, Nelly. Monae says in the bleeped out video, I used to like Nelly, but then he went to perform for Donald Trump. Nelly, you sold out. I used to think he was cool, but now you look like a motherfucking fool. She A, raps all of this.
Oh my God, she rhymed that off the top of her head?
Off the top of her head. And B,
an artist.
Nelly was there.
No, he was not. No, he wasn't. Was he there?
He was there.
No, he wasn't.
And it's like, I feel like this is kind of
Nelly hangs out in WeHo?
Well, I guess Nelly's still going to post-Grammy parties, you know? I just think this is the energy we need to keep for these people who think it's okay and being like, well, you know, I want to bring the country together. My name's Carrie Underwood. It's like, no, next time I see you, I'm going to sing Before He Cheats and make up a rap about how much you suck. And I think that's what we all need to do. We cannot normalize this kind of shit. I mean, good for Janelle.
After the disgusting things that we have, the disgusting things we've experienced the last several years, but especially this week, truly one of the most revolting things I will ever hear a president say happened this week. Yes. And I didn't want to talk about on the podcast, but I'm feeling my feelings right now because I'm experiencing a lot. And I'm just going to say, I'm not going to repeat anything about it, except that it was one of the most revolting things I've ever heard a president say. And I will ever hear a president say, fuck. And I get the whole... oh, God, we're talking about it.
You're talking about it.
Sorry, I get the whole thing is like distract, overwhelm. Well, I'm overwhelmed. And
I will say that New York Times opinion thing did calm me down a little bit. Where did you watch it or read the...
No,
there was an opinion piece. I wish I could remember who wrote it, but it basically was like, their goal is to overwhelm you. Yeah. Their goal is to wear you down. But someone was like, I've asked somebody who works in the federal government, what would be the scariest thing for Trump to do in this new administration? It's like, if he moved slowly and quietly and like slowly grew his power out this way, the fact that he just is announcing things that he can't legally do. Like, he only has the power to the president. He can't just sign an executive order to do whatever the fuck he wants. Mm-hmm. Like, it's all more for show. It's all more for splash. So, and the advice was, don't believe him. He's going to say things and you just shouldn't believe him. And that's the way to do it.
I don't believe, but also I can be repulsed because if anything, the president is essentially just like the face of the country.
And that's disgusting.
And so for a president, optics absolutely matter. Yeah. 5 trillion %1,000%.
It's disgusting. No, I'm not saying, we can be disgusted. Yes. But don't believe the things he's saying will actually come to fruition, because once you believe it, then they could come to fruition. Sure. We have to be like, that's illegal. Let's have all these federal judges jump up and be like, actually, bitch, you can't do that. And like, this is why. So here we go. Okay. All right.
Next news story, please.
Next news story. I'm sorry. More Grammy shit. Abracadabra, after just 4 days of tracking, is looking for a top 30 debut on the Hot 100. It is moved, I believe, on US Spotify to the #1 spot globally. I believe it might be #1. I imagine next week it'll be top 10, if not top 5 on the Hot 100. I am so glad that a Lady Gaga single that is just her and is so fucking fantastic is really, really slaying. As much as like Die With a Smile may not be for us, putting this classic Gaga song out after Die With a Smile has like reintroduced her to the general public.
Was smart.
Was a smart. Like, the rollout of Mayhem so far has been brilliant, and I am so glad, because I believe that there's going to be a lot of great shit on this album.
I know.
And that a lot of people are going to hear it. Like, she's been doing everything right about this era, and I have not said that about a Lady Gaga era in a long time.
I mean, guys, Abracadabra is probably the best song I've ever heard in my life. Like, truly, I have not stopped streaming it.
How could
that music video is truly one of the most like, just the thrill, the catharsis, the edge, I'm screaming into the ether when I see just any of those images. It is so phenomenally done. And I was thinking, because the thing is, like, we love Disease. Like, Disease is great, but like, I'm trying to think, like, why was Disease released before Abracadabra? Do you think, because Abracadabra is we like more, and so, do you think that maybe someone said release Disease first because you just had sort of like a resurgence with Bloody Mary, and Disease is a little more in the Bloody Mary vibe?
I see that. I believe that, but I also believe they had the MasterCard Grammy thing in the works.
In the can?
And it's like, okay, if we're going to be really pushing one of these songs,
sure,
and like anyone who loves music will be watching it live premiered, let's do Abracadabra. You know, like that seems like the idea there, and it's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Oh, and sorry, someone in the chat just asked what we thought of the Kendrick halftime performance. Matt still didn't watch it. I did. I thought it was excellent. I think he is such an incredible performer.
Oh, yeah.
SZA did a beautiful job. I think the song choices were really good. I'm glad that there was a lot of GNX representation. Squabble up, TV off. And the fact that he kind of began, Not Like Us in a moment, and like kind of referenced it with some sense, and then was like, well, maybe we shouldn't do this. I know people love to sue. And then, of course, he finished it off with Not Like Us. And I was like, is he really gonna like say Drake's name on this giant stage a week after he won 2 top awards at the Grammys for the song? And he did. he got the whole stadium saying A minor, even though he didn't say the word pedophile, which is in the song. But it just was like, I mean, I realize Drake is going to be fine. He's very successful, very rich. But there are moments where I'm like, oh, I'm a little. This has been a tough.
The empathy sneaks in.
It does, just because it's
or like, the sympathy.
Yes, I cannot relate.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Sorry, guys, wrong choice of words.
If I somehow found myself in Drake's position, which like would never happen, I would feel bad, and so I'm sure he feels bad.
Sure.
But it was a great performance. He's a great performer. SZA did a beautiful job. It was exciting, and I loved it. Okay. Also, this is just good news. Post Grammys, Doechii has seen a massive surge in her streams.
Good.
Which is, if you saw that performance and watched her accept, I don't know if we talked about her acceptance speech last week. It was a great speech. When she got on stage, it was like only 2 women have won this award. Oh wait, actually 3, including fucking me. She basically has gone up. The streaming numbers have gone up 182% since the awards and 1,340% versus a year ago. And I don't know if you've seen this video that's going around, which was like from 5 years ago, which is like a truly her looking in her like computer camera, talking about how she got fired from her day job today and like has to do XYZ things. And 5 years later, she is on stage killing it at the Grammys. It just is super inspiring. I love to see her win. There are Cowboy Carter tour dates. She's going to be in LA for 3 nights, one of which is the day before my birthday. So,
I mean, I feel like you always see Beyonce around your birthday. I feel like that's a thing you do.
I think it was more summertime last time for the Renaissance tour, but the opening night is April 28th in LA. And so I'm like, should I go to the opening? So you have to do some like pre-sale shit. And so this week, I think I'm going to have to fight for some tickets. I'm hoping to go. I need to go. There are 3 shows at this huge SoFi Stadium. I assume we'll get tickets that will be not terrible, but yes.
Even if they're terrible, you need to go.
Oh, I'll go. Yeah. I will be going. So I'm excited that's happening. Jesse Eisenberg, who I mentioned in A Real Pain, is just wanting to let us know that he does not want to be associated with Mark Zuckerberg, and understandably.
Of course.
He's just, it's like this guy that's just doing things that are problematic, like taking away fact checking and safety concerns. I don't want to think of myself as associated with Mark Zuckerberg. Good. Jesse seems cool and is talented, and we love him.
Very cool. You know, former Broadway kid.
You and the Broadway kids. Do you know every single one of them?
Yes. Dude, I know every single Broadway kid.
I don't know.
Are you kidding?
I knew that was a big thing in your culture, but
the Broadway Kids, the greatest off-Broadway show of all time, greatest albums of all time. Broadway Kids back on Broadway. Their best album by a mile. Oh, we need to have a reaction video to that.
I don't know, girl.
you know what song it starts off with?
Huh?
Jellicle Cats from Cats.
Okay, you're
imagine really... just like 25, 30 like preteens singing Jellicle Cats. Okay,
you're not making me want to hear it, but you know we love everyone, and I hope those Broadway kids are all flourishing. And in unexpected news, Euphoria season 3 actually started filming. So
whoa!
That show is going to actually come back, and we'll see it.
We will.
And Hunter Schafer was just on Drag Race as a guest judge.
Oh, yeah. I saw a picture of her recently. Hot.
Oh, she looks great. But it also is like on Euphoria, she looks so different than she does sitting there on. But it also has been so many years since the last season.
Oh, sure. She is Dina. She is a woman now.
She is a woman now.
She's a woman now. And like she's getting the glow up for the photo shoots and
absolutely.
everything.
And she's like, if she's going to go on Drag Race, you can't go and be subtle girl next door.
No.
You got to be a Drag Race girl.
Oh, of course. Yeah. As someone who loves boobs now. I'm a professional boob and football lover.
That's not true. But
I'm entering my mask era. Yeah. Boobs on the Super Bowl? Get out of here. I think she looked beautiful.
Yes, I agree. I love that was all the lead up to I think she looked beautiful. I completely agree. I think that's all I have for News for Idiots. Is there any other News for Idiots you'd like to share with the people?
No.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with more 2Gay Mats, the podcast.
I don't know if we got any email.
I mean, we got a couple that are just like, was that you in the Super Bowl ad?
Oh, my God. We got emails for that? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Calm down, everyone. Jeez.
But also, I want to go over the winners of the Grammy thing. And so I think I put that in the podcast emails.
Fair.
So I wouldn't forget. So if you have any questions for us, we also could just talk about Traitors. But are there old emails that we haven't gotten to, maybe?
There's one. If we want to talk about Traitors, there is an email asking how Traitors works.
Oh, I saw that one too, but it's like, it's mafia. I don't know what else to tell you. It's mafia.
Yeah.
And I guess congratulations to the Eagles who officially won, which, it looked like they were going to. But
I'm glad all my friends in Jersey are having a great time today.
Yes.
Oh my God, stop texting.
Oh, you say that, but you've not put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
I know, I love it.
Because you love it.
I hate Do Not. I can't do Not Disturb because it's just like, I can't, like, I don't like the feeling of like things happening and I'm not aware of it. It's something I don't like.
I love turning on Do Not Disturb. If I'm working or I'm just doing, it's like I will get so distracted knowing that there are texts coming in. And especially if you're in a group chat and there's like a little conversation, it's like, I'll get to you guys after my workday when I'm on my walk after, then we can talk. But like, no, I can't do it. Wait, how do I watch Steele's ad? Matt, did you see? It's the part with Matt Steele is on his Instagram, but I assume the big commercial is available somehow.
Did you see it? One of the Real Life Von Trapps wrote a whole post about Trump and Musk. I did not.
No. I'm looking one just like Super Bowl commercial again. I'm seeing like the best commercials for Super Bowl.
I better be fucking on there.
Yeah, if you guys can see the full commercial, let us know.
Ooh, if there's like a website where you vote for your favorite Super Bowl commercial.
Oh yes, everyone vote for Matt Steele.
Boobs. Vote for boobs.
Travis pissed me off with his Trump comments. The thing is, when he does stuff like that, that's what I mean.
The thing is, like, I understand the need to be diplomatic in that situation.
Jalen Hurts was diplomatic.
But I would not have used some of the words he used. What?
Oh, when Jalen Hurts was asked, like, are you excited? Like, is this going to change the way you play? You know what he said?
What?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
That is short. It's succinct. It's true. It's not rude.
No,
ma'am.
It will not change the way I play. No. I would have just said, football the Super Bowl is a big day for America, brings the country together. So I guess it is appropriate for a president of any kind to be there.
Right.
So
yes,
that's that.
Yeah, that's that on that. Surprisingly, kind of pregnant. The next Netflix movie is close to Bridesmaids levels of funny. Which, by the way, if we're going to talk about unpopular opinions, I've never loved Bridesmaids.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you agree with me on that?
I crack up the entire time. Okay. I think it's a fucking hysterical movie.
I think it's funny, but it just feels in a way that I didn't feel during Anora. It feels more improvised, and it's like scenes are bloated.
It's a very different thing. I feel like Bridesmaids is for like the lovers who love like truly like sketch comedy, stand-up comedy, improv, stuff like that. Yeah. Whereas something like Mean Girls, Bridesmaids, the focus is on like the comedians specifically and their talents. Whereas Mean Girls, while like obviously like the actors are very funny and everything, it's a little more story focused.
Yeah. And I think that's what
depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, those are the kind of the movies that I'm drawn to. Story focused ones. I typed breast Super Bowl into YouTube and couldn't find it, LOL. But I did catch it on your Insta.
Your attention, please.
Your attention, please.
That's what
Travis is a clown, and I'm glad he lost. I also saw Taylor and White, and I was like, oh, if they had won, would he have really proposed on the field? My God. Guess we'll never know.
Oh, God.
I love Bridesmaids. How dare you, Meppy? I'm sorry. I don't mean to break any hearts. I feel like we're all friends here, and it's good to
talk honestly, openly.
And openly. And I was watching an old video of ours. I don't remember if it was a Grammys thing or something. And man, I used to be so much meaner.
Oh, completely. Yeah.
Like, we were saying something that had nothing to do with Demi Lovato, and I said, like, what's wrong with being confident? Like, that flop, Demi. Then I was like, why would you just go out of your way to make fun of this girl's album? Which, did I like it? No. But I didn't need to say it like that. I have got people think I'm mean now.
We get older.
I'm not as mean as I was.
Yeah, you wouldn't, because the thing is, I think, like, as you get older, you realize, like, how much goes into, like, each. So
people are trying.
It's people are trying. So you don't want to be like, oh, that's that flop. Like, it's like, that's not what you want to put out. Like, it's just something you realize as you get older, I guess.
It was funny.
But you know what? It was funny.
It was funny.
You were very funny back in the day.
I was funny.
I mean, that reputation. That reputation.
I mean, it was a shock.
Video is truly one of your funniest.
It was a shock. That album was a shock to me. New Year's Day is lovely.
Sometimes you get aggressive online. Carla Sophia did it. You did it.
Please do not put me in the same category. I saw the commercial and I was like, holy shit, that looks like Matt. OMG, it was him. Not Palmer being in his Simon Cowell era softening up. Yeah, see, I had a Simon Cowell era, but...
Oh, people thought she was wearing white because of the proposal. She needs to dump it after that.
I was kidding about the proposal. I just made that up. I don't know that people were really thinking.
Oh, wouldn't it be amazing? Like, if they break up and then there's a song lyric that she writes where she's like, good thing you didn't win that Super Bowl because I would have been married to you.
Oh, wait, here. I think I found the commercial.
Not the commercial.
I think I found it. It's on admeter.usatoday.com. And the title says...
Is that a real thing?
I'm going to send it to you. Novartis Super Bowl commercial, Haley Steinfeld, Wanda Sykes on breast cancer awareness. So if you Google that and look up ad meter...
Sorry, I don't recognize any of these names.
Yeah, what about Matt Steele?
There's 3 people in this commercial.
I know it. Matt Steele.
You got to be like Doechii. Be like, sorry, 3. Wanda Sykes, Haley Steinfeld, and Matt Steele.
All right, Steele, I'm sending you a link.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I don't know if I can put it in the chat. I can try. We'll see if it works.
Man, my lap is buzzing.
I mean, of course. Well, I did just send you a text.
You did. Yeah. Tonight, I guess I'll be up saying thank you to people. So what I'm going to be doing tonight, which, you know, I love.
I mean, I think that's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I think that's beautiful.
We are beautiful in every way.
No matter what they say. Oh, yeah. But guys, do you have any other questions for us? Because I don't know. We're having a super long Emo My Heart. People are going to ask about you being in Super Bowl ad.
Yeah, which, what can I say? It's exciting.
And you were there.
I was there.
Oh, what a time. What a time.
This is a quick in and out shoot. Lovely people. Any thoughts on the most recent insane Kanye tweets?
No.
No, ma'am.
Stop looking at Kanye anything. Stop engaging with Kanye
My
anything.
thing with Kanye now, are we not at the point where he's been like a problem longer than he's been like not a problem? Like,
and it's like in the music, no one even talks about the music anymore. So then why are we even talking about him? So yeah, I think it's. I think
what years were his heyday? Between what years and what years?
2000 and what? 7, 8 through.
No, because Gold Digger came out in like 2004 or 2005.
All right, fine. 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
Through 2013.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't feel like he's put out shit since then that people care about.
Like, you know how like it's like people are so desperate to revive like Chris Brown's career and everything, and it's kind of just like,
he won a Grammy.
Did he?
This past year.
Okay. And people are just like, oh, but he was the quote unquote Michael Jackson of our time, and it's kind of just like he had some hits that are genuinely great, but like he wasn't like so huge, so monumental for such a long period of time. For us to really be desperately trying to like defend him and his career like this. And I feel like Kanye's kind of falling into that. Kanye was bigger than Chris Brown.
Yes.
Kanye at his height is bigger than Chris Brown at his height.
But it was
still,
so
is
long
this
ago.
not a similar thing?
His first album was 2004. Yeezus, which I think is the beginning of him falling off, in my opinion, 2013. Like, anything after that, like Life of Pablo, maybe I heard a song or two from it. Everything after that, I have no idea what it sounds like, and I assume a lot of people don't. So my advice is ignore everything, mute him, block him. I just looked up his music on Spotify and saw that I had him blocked. And you know who I have blocked on Spotify? Kanye, Michael Jackson. Unfortunately,
really,
you just got to have him blocked.
I mean, I'll tell you what I did this week.
What'd you do?
I'm making another playlist for Travis.
Yes.
Because Travis is like, I want to know more about pop music.
Oh, beautiful.
And so I was like, I can make you a playlist of important songs to know. And he's just like, what if you send me like stuff between, because he's like everything from when I was alive onward. So he's like, he was born in 1991. So it's like, I'm compiling songs from 1991 onward.
Yeah.
And he's just like, and I will listen to a song a day and everything for a certain period of time. I now have compiled a list of 400 songs.
That's too many. I knew you were going to say that.
I know, but it's a song a day. Okay. And I'm ending it with Abracadabra and of songs that he needs to know. And so I'm like re-listening, like deciding what should be on the list, what should be on the list. And my God, if those Michael Jackson songs on Dangerous, if fucking In the Closet.
I know.
Who is it? I like re-listening to those again, being like, should this be on there? Re-listening to those again. It's just like, it's insane how phenomenal
and it's
artist he was.
And I know that.
I know.
Truly, before I loved Mariah, I loved Michael Jackson. So that film was tough for me.
It's tough.
And do I have my days where I'm like, okay, I'm going to put my Spotify on Do Not Share. And I do give a couple of his songs because it's just like, truly, this is my childhood. Also, the man is dead. I'm not giving him directly any money, but I don't want the estate to have money either. It's a complex situation.
I want the kids to thrive.
I want the kids to thrive. Yes, they didn't do anything.
The kids didn't do anything.
Yes.
So you're helping them.
They're saying 400 is overwhelmed.
But if it's one song a day,
yeah, but you're putting him in for over a year.
No, he wants that.
Really?
Because the thing is, like, because he was like, do like 365, and I'll do it every day for a year. And so I was just like. And so I was like, Travis, like I got it at like 409. I'm trying to whittle it down. And Travis is just like, just give me all of it. I don't care. Travis is down for a project.
Can we like make a video with him every quarter or something?
That'd be really fun.
I want to see which of these songs you really love.
Yeah. But it's hard to determine like which songs go on this playlist because it's like, girl, do you need to hear Crazy in Love again? You know, it's like there are certain songs where it's like these were such historical moments, and I know that you know this song.
Yeah. But does he even recognize? Does he know that is Beyonce? And
like he knows, like he's but I'm kind of just like, but some of the songs that are like giant hits, I'm like, I know you don't need to listen to this again. Travis, you don't need to hear Single Ladies again. You don't need to. And I said, Travis, do you need Love on Top? He's like, no, I love Love on Top. It's fine.
Great.
I was like, and so, but I'm like, oh, but some of these songs, like, even though these are songs you've heard many times before, you need to hear them with good quality. It's like Baby One More Time. I'm not taking that off my list.
No. How could you?
Yeah. And so it's hard determining which of like the objective classics that everyone in the public knows stay on the list or don't. Like those are the hard things to decide.
Which Mariah songs are in line?
Well, here's the crazy thing. We're going through 1993 and I was just like, Travis, you know Hero, right? You don't need Hero. And he's just like, and I was like, wait.
That is
and
crazy
and I was just like, Hero it's Hero by Mariah Carey. And he was just like, sing it for me. And I was like, okay, I guess this needs to remain on the playlist. Give me a year and I'll give you what I have for that year.
95.
Oh, of course you're giving me
95.
So 95, what I have right now is You Ought to Know.
Yes.
Head Over Feet.
Oh.
Forgiven.
Oh.
So that's the Atlantis.
Yes.
They Don't Care About Us by Michael Jackson. It's great song. It's my favorite Michael Jackson song.
Yes.
Fantasy and Fantasy Remix, because I'm like, you need to listen to both of these
Look
in the same
at
day
you.
because I need to educate you on why this is important.
Yes.
Always Be My Baby, and Looking In.
Oh, choices.
I know.
One Sweet Day Found Dead.
I know. I didn't even consider One Sweet Day. Obviously there's more songs in like post 2010 that I have in there because I became a 2-gay Matt and it became my job to listen to music.
Yes.
So I'm trying to see what year because I
actually also don't know that song. Sorry. Do you mean Hero by Mariah Carey?
Hero?
Babe, you must.
It is. To me, it's her signature.
And when I say that, people are like, what are you talking about? I was like, back in the 90s, there was no argument. It was certainly Hero. Now it's like, All of Christmas Is You.
Without
We Belong Together. There are
I would say more people in the world know what Hero is.
I don't know if that's true in 2025. I don't. It's weird because, look, we have two people who have no idea.
That's
right.
Crazy.
It's wild. And then a hero comes along.
I think the year 2020 is what I have the most that has the most representation.
Palmer going from 400 to hearing some songs on the list and going, oh yeah.
Yeah, need that.
You're right. Forever by Mariah Carey needs to go on that damn list. Stat.
I should share the playlist with Discord.
And I love Forever. You know who doesn't? Mariah Carey.
And it's like I'm really being tough on myself. I'm just like this needs to be a playlist of songs that under no circumstance would I skip on a playlist.
Oop, didn't know.
What?
Oop said she didn't know Hero. Some people. This is what I'm saying. I do think just so much time has passed where it's like if it's not I Will Always Love You, people forget.
It's like the 3 adult contemporary ballads of the 90s. I Will Always Love You. My Heart Will Go On. Hero.
You're preaching the choir.
Like
Hero.
What are we doing here?
I know.
Oh, we need to bring adult contemporary back. I know we talk shit about Die with a Smile, but but like,
hey, we do need it. We need it.
Like
Adam Parnell would be thrilled.
Oh my God, this Adam Parnell's bread and butter here.
I don't know Forever, but One Sweet Day is excellent. Forever is great. Forever, I thought was a cover when I first heard it because it's so 60s ballad and it's so like it feels very that like it just feels like a cover song. Like I thought All of Christmas Is You was a cover song too. So
Peachy, hey, did I see you in a Super Bowl? No, I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, you did for boobies. Yes.
People forgetting Mariah Carey songs may as well be the Black Mirror episode because what in the?
I know
that's horrifying.
It is horrifying.
Wow,
it's true.
It's Hero.
I know. It's like she still ends on Hero. Like she's
still. That's this, and I feel like internationally, Hero, right?
Yeah. I mean, internationally, it's probably Without You.
I guess.
They love Without You.
But I think America and internationally together, I think it would be Hero. Like,
I don't know, man. I think it's All Over Christmas Is You now.
Well, yes, but that doesn't count.
Okay.
That's a separate Christmas.
You always say Christmas
There is
count.
one Christmas song on this playlist. What do you think it is? The song that Travis needs to hear.
Merry Christmas to the One I Used to Know.
I should put that on. I should put that on there, but no, it's not.
It's not Kelly.
It's obviously This Year by Christina Aguilera.
Oh my God.
Like Travis, and there are other songs that I put on there that like I'm like I feel like Travis would just get a kick out of this. Like obviously I'm putting Would You Mind by Janet Jackson.
Oh, classic.
Because it's even though it's not like my favorite Janet Jackson.
I love that
song. I mean it's great, but like it wouldn't necessarily be on like my thing. But it's like I know Travis would crack the fuck up throughout this entire song.
I'm from the Philippines. We know Hero, especially in karaoke.
Oh y'all,
yes.
The Philippines, they know it. They know their shit. Like y'all know a good ballad when you hear it.
A great vocal.
You know a great vocal.
Hello.
The Philippines, they appreciate vocalists.
Absolutely.
So we love the Philippines.
I always feel like the Listen is like the biggest song in the Philippines.
Oh my God. Oh my God. They love
like,
Listen.
Listen's great.
Yeah.
Okay, should we do part 2?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Remind me to do the Grammy thing where you talk about who won the Grammy.
Okay.
Whatever.
Do you want to do that after the ad?
Yeah, I can do it after the ad.
Okay, great. Great.
Just make sure I have that.
Forever Greater Than One Flop Day.
I mean,
I don't think it was a flop.
I mean, it was one of the most successful
songs of all time.
Songs of all time, it's true.
So,
but I prefer Forever as well. Okay. Okay.
We need a best of adult contemporary video from YouTube. That would be a great video.
That's a great video. We should write that down.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm just so exhausted from all of the performing I've done today. So Matt Palmer, please be talking for a little bit.
It's not like the commercial was live. It's not like you had to be there on set today.
I know, but I'm still getting out of character.
Okay. Well, for me, I want to thank you for listening to or watching the podcast. It means so much to us. If you enjoy us, you should definitely give us a 5-star rating or review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We do only accept 5 stars. So if you have any criticisms, you've got to keep them to yourself. And if you really enjoy us, go to patreon.com/2gaymats where you can get extra bonus content from us, join the Discord, hang out with friends you haven't met yet, and chit chat with us all the live long day. And Matt Steele, before we go into email my heart,
you're about to go to email my heart.
I was, because that's what we do.
2 seconds ago, he was like, make sure I don't forget to announce the Grammy winners.
So if you are a member of the Patreon, then hopefully you entered our Grammy pool for the year. I think we had like 62 entries or something. So it was like very popular. And if you want to be a part of our Oscar pool that's going on now, join our Patreon. But the part of that was letting people know who won said Oscar pool. And I was concerned I had a tiebreaker of like how many Grammys is Beyonce going to win this night. Because we only did 9 categories, like some of the pop ones and the general ones, because it's like, which ones are we all plugged into? And there are several people who got 6 out of 9 of those questions correct, and one person who got 7 out of 9 of them correct. First, I want to say to all those people who got 6 out of 9 of the categories correct, Gabrielle, our friend Maxwell, Q, and Dana, congratulations. You guys absolutely came up second place, and it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. You should be on the Grammy board because you were getting a lot of things right. But we have a single winner.
Okay.
I believe this winner is a Discord member as well.
Okay.
And that goes to Donovan G.
Yes, Donovan.
Donovan G got 7 out of the 9 categories that we, selected correctly. Album of the year picked Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. Record of the year picked Not Like Us. Song of the year picked Birds of a Feather, which would have made sense.
Sure.
Didn't happen, but it would make sense. Best new artist, Chappell Roan. Best pop solo performance, or Espresso. Die with a Smile. Best pop duo group. Best pop vocal album, Short and Sweet. Best dance pop recording, Von Dutch. Those were all correct. The only other one they got incorrect, Best musical theater album, they put The Outsiders instead of Hell's Kitchen.
Okay.
That is.
I love how that was one of the things that you.
I mean, we're theater.
You put that on there for the theater elites. The theater elites.
Absolutely. So, Donovan, congratulations. You had your eye on the prize. You did a beautiful job. And we'll reach out to you, and so you can let us know what patron requests that's on the list already would you like to jump to the top of the list, because that is the prize.
Oh, the power you hold.
I know, so very powerful. Donovan, you're everything. Congratulations.
You're everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Matt Steele.
Yes.
What section of the podcast are we in?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, we're on to Email My Heart technically.
Yes.
But we didn't get any emails.
Well, we got a couple of people asking, was that you in the commercial?
My answer to that is no. My answer to that is
he's lying.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
I can confirm.
My bank account will be able to confirm in a little bit.
Yes.
But yes. But we did get an email a little bit ago from, I believe, Brad. And Brad essentially just asked, like, I don't understand Traitors. How does it work? And so we're like, since we didn't get any emails, is this a nice time to, like, update everyone on our Traitors thoughts?
Well, first, to explain how Traitors work.
Explain how Traitors works.
I mean, if you've ever played the game Mafia, it is essentially that. At the very beginning of the season, there are about 16 or 17 reality stars. They all get sat in a room in a circle. Alan Cumming goes around, taps 3 people on the shoulder, and it is up to those 3 people to go to the turret together every week, decide who to murder, and then basically it's up to the faithfuls, the other 14 people in the cast, to figure out who the 3 traitors are and hope that they don't get murdered. Every week there's a banishment so that everybody, traitors and faithfuls all around, basically vote someone out that they think is a traitor. There are challenges in the middle that, like, add money to the pot technically, but, like, it's not real. It's all about who's getting murdered and who's getting banished. And I mean, if you have not caught up on Traitors, I would mute us for a moment, fast forward.
Spoilers.
But I assume Matt Steele wants to talk about this because Danielle, after many, many, many bad episodes.
I would call them entertaining episodes.
Entertaining, but she was not living up to what you were hoping. I mean, I assume what you were hoping for. She, as a traitor, has made some questionable decisions. But this past week, she had quite the good episode, as did, and I hate to fucking say it, Tom Sandoval.
Oh, phenomenal.
And it's like, you're going to make me root for this man who we've been mocking in the edit every single episode, where it's like, we're seeing his sweat, we're seeing him be ridiculous, but he was like, it only makes sense
if it is Boston Rob.
Yes.
Yes. And the thing is, the whole episode, I was like, oh, Brittany's a goner. But Brittany was because Boston Rob went after Brittany. The thing is, like, Boston Rob, it's like, I get his idea of, like, oh, I'm going to make the obvious, like, killings as a traitor, and that way it'll seem like people are framing me. But the thing is, like, you do that one too many times.
Yes.
It's just like it just doesn't work anymore. Also, like, people probably went in being like, Boston Rob's the biggest, like, reality star here. He obviously was made a traitor.
And why I don't know why they didn't get him out earlier, especially after my whole issue is I have been mad at Boston Rob ever since Bob the Drag Queen was banished.
Yeah, I just want to let everyone know Boston Rob was the first traitor to turn on another traitor.
Yes, he was. And it was too early. It was gross. And it was just like...
It was great, though.
It was great television, but it would also just, like, ever from that moment forward, every decision the Traitors made was his decision. It felt like if anyone spoke his name in a whispered tone 3 doors down, then they have to be the first one to go, the next one to go. It just felt like he had too much control over what the Traitors were doing. And so that's why week after week, I have been like, I need this man off my screen. I don't think he's fun. I get y'all like have Survivor memories with him. There are also people who are like, he's so hot, which I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I absolutely would.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Current day?
Yeah, why not?
I don't see it. So because he just takes up so much air in the room, I found it to be unpleasant that every time someone brought his name up, like Bob Harper, Derek just now. And it's like, I don't want to be rooting for Derek because I also find him boring and like get all the straight men out of here. Sure. But like, it just was like, this is so annoying. You're not the only person playing this game, and he's just such a selfish player.
Well, the thing is, like, I guarantee you other people talk and, like, have moments throughout the season, but in terms of, like, screen time, the edit, like, it could just be the show is just like, okay, we have to show him a lot, you know, because he's the biggest thing. He's the biggest strategist and everything. And so... So I understand like why he's on TV a lot, and honestly, like for how like much of a head honcho he is, and how cocky his persona has to be for reality TV. I think like he handled the loss well. He did. You know what, guys? Thanks, I appreciate it. So I do appreciate that. My girl Danielle, everybody's talking shit about the greatest Big Brother players who never win, Danielle Reyes. Everybody's talking shit online, and every single episode she gets by, and she has not had a single vote against her at the round table except for Carolyn, because Carolyn is what? A mess, okay? I'm tired of people saying that Danielle is the only messy one, because girl, Carolyn, hello. And so I completely understand why Danielle is just like, I can't work with Carolyn. And Danielle is in the turret being like, Carolyn, can we start again? And Carolyn's just like, no. And it's like, what's Danielle supposed to do?
She kind of said yes. It seemed like they'd kind of come to a moment of like, maybe they're going to support each other.
Sure.
It just was when Danielle started throwing Carolyn's name out there a few weeks ago.
Yes.
It was a bad look.
It's a bad look. But I also understand why she did it. I imagine she was just like, listen, we can't have 2 traitors win. Like at some point, the traitors have to go against each other. And so I guarantee you, she was probably just like, I'm going to plant the tiniest little seeds, because Boston Rob, easy person to get out, because everyone kind of knows it's likely he's a traitor. So I guarantee you, she was just like, I have to plant the little seeds now for the long game. And she just didn't anticipate that this would all just get back to Carolyn. And so I'm in her. I get what she's doing. But the thing is, everyone's like, she's the worst traitor. She's the worst traitor. She has outlasted just this season alone, the other 2 other traitors. She's outlasted Wes, Derek, Boston Rob in a span of 2 episodes. She has lasted the same amount as the Rachel, who's the longest person to last, Big Brother player to last. Like she's making it very, very far into this game. And every time there's like exit interviews with people the people who are banished or killed, and it's revealed to them who the traitors are, every single one of them, except for Jeremy, was like, oh my God, I can't believe Danielle's a traitor. And they're very surprised by Carolyn too.
Yeah.
So in terms of like the goal of getting the faithfuls to believe you're not a traitor, Danielle and Carolyn are doing a good job. It's just in terms of working together, they're struggling. Okay.
Well, it also was, remember when Danielle was up there and putting Dolores's face on the thing instead of her own, and she was the only person not to put her own face. Like, she makes a couple of mistakes that make her look bad.
Sure, but I am also like, does the edit make that overblown? Like,
you also are coming from a very biased place.
Of course the fuck I am. That is my girl, and I will defend her to the death.
And I will defend her in this. I did feel like early on when she and Bob were crying every 5 minutes, I was like, you must stop. But when this last time when Derek went and she cried, I was like, I get this cry.
Oh, because she really felt it.
Sierra was so mean when she was just like, he didn't really die. I mean, it was pretty funny. But so that one I actually got. That one is like, these tears feel earned, but it's like, she's like the girl who cries tears because she's cried every 5 seconds. Yeah. And it's a little too much.
And the thing is, like, when she's in the turret and she's like, I need to win back the favor of my fellow traitors and everything, or else they will throw me under the bus. And she did not want to get rid of Derek, but she's just like, if I need to use Derek as collateral to sacrifice him to re-earn the trust of my fellow traitors, I will do it, because she's what? A strategist, and she stands on business.
That was a good I will say, she had a good episode. She and Tom Sandoval.
When she was the final vote when she was the vote that put the nail in Rob's coffin. Oh.
I was so nervous she wasn't gonna vote for Rob, and I was like, please vote for Rob. Please vote for Rob.
It's like it would be so funny if like right now is when she doesn't vote for Rob.
I mean, that would have been. I would have been so
fucking
upset.
Funny.
Who do you think's gonna go? Because the cliffhanger from last week was there are like 4 or 5 people who could be murdered right now. Oh yeah,
it's like Tom. It's Dylan. It's
Dolores.
It's Chrishell. Fuck Chrishell, like throwing her vote at who'd she vote for? She voted for Tom. Like just it's like and then Dylan also randomly voting for Gabby. But it's like these people. Like it's like everyone's screaming Danielle is bad, but like all these people are just throwing their votes anywhere.
But the thing is, that was kind of helpful for us anti-Rob folks because they were just doing that because they knew it was Rob but didn't want to vote for him just in case it wasn't. And I was just like, fine, throw your vote away. I would rather you do that than vote for who else was it?
Brittany. It was between Rob and Brittany. Yes. I think if I was a traitor, I would want to. I would kill Tom just because he's so clearly a faithful. And so I would want to kill the people who are so clearly faithfuls.
I think I would kill Dylan because I'd be like, Tom got this one thing right, but has been so all over the place. He's a faithful, but he's also not he doesn't sway people in general because people think he's an idiot. Like Dylan is kind of like the Pilot Pete of this season it's like.
But see, I feel like Dylan is very easily swayable. He was under Derek's little spell. He was under Rob's little spell. I feel like Dylan is easily swayable and
not by Bob the drag queen. Homophobe.
Well, you don't believe the homosexual?
Exactly. What's up with that?
Yeah. So I would still keep Dylan around for a little bit because I feel like Danielle and Carolyn could use Dylan at some point.
I'm also glad more men are going. Like straight men.
Oh God, there's not a man in sight.
Get those men. Because for a minute there, it was every Bravo person, especially if they were fucking entertaining. Every housewife was getting killed or whatever.
Well, and then you added 3 other guys to the mix and like no women. Like the 3 guys were the twists. And so the fact that like these like 3 big all-stars were all men thrown in there, it was kind of just like, oh, they're probably one of them's probably gonna
and
win
they're not.
And bang, bang, bang. The producers of this show know who watches Traitors.
Yes.
Gays and girls.
Yes.
And so they're just like, they want to see these 3 guys go boom, boom, boom.
It was great. It was great. And that's the thing is, even if, of course, Matt Steele is right, the game itself has its problems.
Sure.
But if it's not fucking entertaining, I'm on the edge of my seat. It is the first of every show I watch. It's the first one. Like as soon as there's a new episode released,
immediately. I'm like, when is Matt Palmer going to leave my? Because we film 2 Gay Matts on Thursday nights.
Yes, exactly.
And so
Matt Steele pushes me out the door.
I'm like, hi, bye.
I know.
I need to make sure Danielle's still alive.
I mean, so yeah, no, I'm invested. And the thing is, I had to watch last week with my internet out, and I had to stream it basically on my television, but using my 5G service from my phone.
Nice.
Doing a personal hotspot. It looked awful, but at least I knew it was happening.
You knew it was happening.
I was plugged
You can't
in.
be out of the loop.
Can't be out of the loop.
Oh my God. Should we do like a reaction to the finale?
I mean, maybe.
That'd be kind of fun.
That would be fun. Something to think about.
Oh my God. If Danielle gets to the finale and loses, I will be crushed.
Well, it could happen. It could absolutely happen.
I know.
So Matt Steele, I think we've come to the moment of giving me moments. And since this is your night, and you've had such a momentous occasion being the star of the Super Bowl, would you like to go first?
I'll go first.
What's
I just
been
have
giving you
little
moments,
things.
darling?
Well, I mean, it's all stuff that like I've talked about before.
That's fine.
Because I didn't consume any new media this week.
Fair.
I didn't even consume my own Super Bowl commercial because I haven't seen it yet. But first of all, I just told Matt Palmer I am making a playlist for my roommate Travis because Travis is not tuned into pop music, never has been. And so he's just like, can you make me a playlist of all the pop songs from the year I was born up until now that I need to know? And he's like, and I will listen to a song a day and then we can like talk about it and blah, 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 blah. So I have been compiling a playlist for him. I currently have 409 songs on it and I'm trying to whittle it down. So it's like, a year. I don't think I'm going to get there. And Travis is very much just like, just give it all to me. I don't care. And so just re-listening to some songs from you, because I had to like look up what was going on in 2015.
Yeah.
Like what like I, was trying to remember all the good songs and just like remembering all of these phenomenal pieces of music that were, so huge in my life at the time. But as years have gone on, I've slowly forgotten about and everything. Like random things like Bad Liar. Like by Selena, like random songs like that like I don't think about every day. But at the time I was just like, oh, I'm playing this on loop. So that's just wonderful to experience. I was telling Matt Palmer of like going back to like 1991 and like re-listening to Michael Jackson's album Dangerous. And it's like, fuck, it's brilliant. And so trying to figure out what songs to include. So like that's been really wonderful. Just all the music from the year Travis was born to now, like rediscovering that. I mean, I guess another like truly, truly wonderful thing is, I was on television.
Yeah.
And a lot. And obviously there will be great things that come from it, namely a paycheck.
Yes.
I am so fucking ready for that.
It will
be the most money I've ever made acting in my entire life. And so like, I'm just like going insane about that, but that's truly not what I give a fuck about. Truly just like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago when I was getting text messages from people who I haven't spoken to in decades, like people who I haven't seen or talked to in so long that I miss so much. And I'm just like, and me, I'm all about keeping in touch with people. I'm all about thinking back on like my friends and being like, I wonder how they're doing. Let me reach out to them. Like that to me truly is, I love nothing more than reconnecting with someone who I haven't spoken to in years and decades. And so just getting an influx of that all at once, it just warms my heart so much to know that like people still, obviously they remember me, but like, well, the fact that I'm still saved in their phones, like as a contact, like that makes me feel so truly wonderful and loved and getting, and I haven't responded to everyone yet, but hearing updates from people like, how are you? I was talking to this guy who I dated over 10, 12 years ago. And I was just like, how the hell have you been? Are you still living in New York? And he's just like, no, I live in Fort Lauderdale and I have 4 kids now. And I'm just like, that's wonderful. Like it just warms my heart to hear from these people just because of this simple little, like 2 seconds in front of a screen where I'm looking at boobs. I wasn't even looking at boobs when I was filming. I was looking in the lens of a camera.
Spoiler alert.
But I was acting like I was looking at boobs because, I was just really in it.
You were really in it.
So truly that really, really warmed my heart this week.
Beautiful.
So that really gave me a moment. Just like being able to communicate with all these people of my life.
That's lovely.
I love it. What about you, Matt Palmer? You're going to talk about a movie. You're going to talk about cinema. Better Than a Real Pain. Better than Anora. The future Best Picture winner, possibly.
Anora and A Real Pain is a film that I saw on, was it Friday or Saturday? I think one of the 2 nights. Must have been Friday because I think we watched Anora last night. It is a movie that's available to be streamed on Peacock if you've yet to see it. It is an animated film entitled The Wild Robot.
I knew it was going to be The Wild Robot.
The number of times I burst into tears.
Oh, shit.
It is beautiful. It is a masterpiece. The performances are out of this world. The storytelling is so incredibly wonderful. This is a story, if you haven't seen the movie, about basically in the future, there are these robots that are programmed to be service robots, and one washes up into like... washes up into like kind of an outdoor, like not a rainforest exactly, but like an outdoor kind of neighborhood with animals and things.
A neighborhood, yes.
Yes. And she is just voiced by Lupita Nyong'o, which I didn't realize until the end of the movie. But she basically is like, she's been programmed to go up to people and be like, how can I help you? What task can I help you with? Like, tell me what to do. And the animals are like, you're fucking scary. I don't want anything to do with you. I'm going to run away from you.
Yeah.
It's one thing leads to the other, and she ends up raising a baby goose and finding a friend and a fox, and it's all about getting this goose ready.
Oh my God, he's about to cry.
Ready to fly south for the winter, for the fall or whatever. And like this is like the goose's mom is unavailable. Watch the movie.
Oh God! Oh no, God! If an animal dies, I'm gone.
And it is all up to Roz to basically start feeling, because she wasn't programmed to feel, she was programmed to think and complete tasks, and to see this Bright Bill is the name of the goose. And it's just, I don't want to give too much away, but my God, it will tug on your heartstrings. I am a person who, not every animated movie is for me, especially not every animated movie about animals. I just watched Flow and was like, boring. But The Wild Robot, like and I never thought I would say this, if it wins Best Animated Feature over Inside Out 2, I would be fine. I'd be like, absolutely. Just because there are multiple moments in the film just about being a parent and like not knowing what you're doing and like just trying to be there for someone who like basically you have raised, but they still have their like annoying asshole teenage phase where they are just like, you ruined everything. Yeah. It just is so beautifully done. And the arc that the robot goes through, like, again, I'm talking about an animated robot and an animated gooseling, but man alive, it will cut you to the core. This is a film. This is emotional. I want there to be 12 more of these movies. I care so much about Roz, baby, Bright Bill, and all involved in that forest. Forest, that was the word I was thinking for.
Jesus Christ.
Outdoor neighborhood.
Outdoor neighborhood, forest. Same.
Stunning. A perfect movie. Works on every level.
I mean, you are a WALL-E fan.
Oh!
You do love, WALL-E's a classic.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So is it like WALL-E's like little cousin?
I mean,
of a movie.
I don't know, because WALL-E was more about falling in love. This is like if WALL-E was a parent to a goose.
Okay.
And WALL-E was more verbal than Roz is more verbal than WALL-E. But maybe there is something about a robot like experiencing real emotion.
Yeah, I think it's like just because you don't know, because it's like looking at a child experiencing things for the first time. Like you're experiencing this thing. Like, I don't know what this thing is thinking, and to me that is what's so touching. That's why if people die in a movie, like humans die in a movie, I'm like, sad. But if an animal dies in a movie, or if an animal is sad in a movie, I can't handle it, because like an animal, you're just like because when a human is sad or dying, you're like, I can relate to this. I know what this person is experiencing somewhat. I mean, I've never died, but like I can sort of empathize with them more. But like an animal, you truly don't know what they're thinking, so that makes it all the more emotional for me, because because you don't know, and you're imagining what they could possibly.
If you're a person who I know loves to feel their feelings, especially in the shower, you should watch The Wild Robot.
Let's go.
At some point, I know you have a lot on your plate between now and Oscar Sunday, but it's a masterpiece. Okay. Like, it is beautiful, and I cannot recommend it.
Got 3 nominations. It got
for good reason.
Yeah, animated feature, best score, and best sound. How was the sound?
Sounded great. Sounded great.
We love.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell the people before we sign off for today?
No. I've had a night.
I know. It's been a night.
Yes. And I'm proud of us for still getting through it.
Yes. We did it.
Somehow I'm more tired tonight than after last week with Grammys.
I mean, that was much later.
That was much later.
Congratulations to the Eagles. But more importantly, congratulations to Matt Steele.
Yes.
Star of the Super Bowl. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next week with more 2Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
We all did great.
Steele should watch The Wild Robot on camera. He's going to be a puddle. I mean, if you've described what is tough for you in these kind of movies, there are going to be moments.
What was going on in 2015?
Musically?
Yeah. Do you want to hear 2015?
Yeah, what's the 2015 list look like?
2015 list, let me get to it. And this is when all like the albums came out. So it's like some singles could have been released like end of 2014, but it's because I went by out. Okay. 2015.
Check your breasts for lumps. Grace says she's absolutely right.
Check. Circular motions. 2015, the songs I've included are Run Away With Me, Carly Rae.
Of course.
Making the Most of the Night, Carly Rae.
Of course.
Hello by Adele.
Yep.
Send My Love, Adele.
Yes.
When We Were Young, Adele. Million years ago, Adele. All I Ask, Adele.
Okay. This is just the album.
I know, it's a lot of Adele. Literally all of Lemonade is on there. Like all of Lemonade except for like 2 or 3 songs.
Sandcastles?
Yes! And Late to the Party, Casey Musgraves. Somebody to Love, Casey Musgraves. Piece by Piece, Kelly Clarkson.
Ballad version or up-tempo?
Ballad, but I could do up-tempo as well. And have that be like same day. Like listen to both of these.
Fair.
Hands to Myself. I know.
She had some bops, guys.
Good for You by Selena Gomez.
Yes.
And for fun, Bitch, I'm Madonna.
Oh, no!
I love Bitch I'm Madonna. I never skip it. So it has to be on the list of 2015.
What album is that on? MDNA?
Rebel Heart.
Oh, Rebel Heart.
Rebel
Yes.
Heart. Yeah.
The Adele album and Lemonade. Yeah, and people were not coming for us, but like kind of saying in the comments of our Beyonce TikTok, being like, "Oh, well, 25 is a great album." 25, and it's like 25 is a great album.
Yes, but did it revolutionize music?
Yeah, like, especially when she just 21 is so good, and she just won for that.
Sure,
we don't need a 25 one.
It's kind of like Uptown Funk winning record of the year, and then
24
karat.
Exactly. It's just a little.
It's just.
Hey, but we found out Bruno can lose Grammys. He lost.
It's possible.
Song of the year.
It's possible.
Is that what smells?
Any songs from The Bodyguard on the list? No, because that is pre-Travis being born.
No, it's not. It's 1992.
Was it? I thought it was 1990. Oh no.
Yeah, get back.
Well, the thing is, Travis knows I will always love you. Like Travis, does he? He has to know I have nothing. God, I gotta include that.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
92. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh god. That's what
Thank
happens.
you,
I just keep like adding shit to the list.
I know.
And I'm like, sorry. Now we're at like 411 songs.
You could cut some stuff.
I can't. I can't. I can't.
Can't wait for the Abbott episode that covers the Eagles win, huh? Style and Bad Blood by Taylor Swift off 1989 album. I'm sure that's in 2014.
That was 2014, and those two songs are not on there.
You guys say that the Sandcastles hate is forced. Matt Steele does not like Style enough. It's going to be on my fucking tombstone. You've never liked Style enough.
I think it's a good song, but from 1989, the representation from 1989 is Blank Space, Out of the Woods, Clean.
Yes, but if you're going to put like 5 songs from 25, you could fit Style in that.
Can't fit it.
You are so rude about Style. I never understood why you don't like it.
I don't dislike it. I think it's a very good song. I get why people love it. It just never like thrilled me in the same way it thrills you.
Oh, it thrills me. Sorry. OG version only. I'm sorry. I know you guys, Taylor's versions and all that, but OG version only. Take me back to the dimension where Palmer talks about Severance and the bond. Hey, I thought the Severance episode was great this week. This was I'm going to, spoiler alert, Miss Irving. I assume we've seen the last of him. But I said that is Heliar's fucking Audi, and it was confirmed. Irving could see it. He's the gay man in the little, quadrant. And he got fired because he, I don't know, tried to kill Heliar is right. But he kept dunking her head into ice cold water.
You can't try to kill.
Because he's like, you were, Heliar was never cruel, and you were being cruel last night. And when you said you were outside, when you were in your Audi's place, there was a gardener at night. How does that make any sense? I know you're an Audi and not the any version.
I don't know what that means.
I know, but I know what it means.
No, the album was released in 2014, but Style and Bad Blood.
Yeah, but he said he's
that.
going by album release.
I'm going by album release, yeah.
Palmer jumping from Sandcastle hate to Steele hating Style.
As a Swiftie, I agree with Steele about Style.
Uh-oh. Matt Steele, false god, and now Style, girl.
And also, there's so much Taylor representation on this playlist.
I'm sure.
So, I can only include the absolute. I want to know what those mammalians are up to.
People keep saying that word about Severance. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but maybe I can Google it.
Google it. It's got to be something.
Okay.
Do you think next week I'll have my voice back?
I think so, yeah.
Who's to say? The first time I heard Style, I got a lump in my throat during the intro synthesizer because of how good it was.
Yes.
I just saw the ad, and it was the best ad.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Squealed when I saw Matt. Everyone squealed. The world squealed.
I'm not going to squeal. I'm just going to watch it and be like, okay, yeah,
hey,
that was me.
You got to watch it on a big screen. You got to watch it knowing the whole world is watching.
I'll squeal when I open up that envelope.
I mean. So more than Dahmer?
Yeah, yes.
Really?
For a commercial, yeah, national commercials is
really
where you make money. Oh, television? Get out of here. You don't make nothing. But commercials.
Once we turn this off, will you tell me how much?
The thing is, I don't know. I don't know what the residual check will.
Well, what if you had a guess?
The thing is with commercials, you can't guess. Like you truly don't know until you get that check because you don't know like where it runs. Well, I know one place.
I have an idea.
But you don't know how long it's gonna run. Like the thing is, like a commercial could run for like 5 months and you make that much money, but a commercial could run for like 2.5 years,
right?
And you can make so much money.
If you had to guess the first check you're getting, what do you think it's?
When I tell you I don't know, but I do know it will be more than I've ever made. Probably for all of anything I've ever booked combined.
I love it.
Okay?
I love it.
So, not that I book much.
Hey!
But I booked this.
You booked this.
The Grammys went my way, so the Super Bowl, and now the Oscars.
Oh, that's up my street.
What do you want to win, Luna? Matt Steele's head was almost the size of my entire screen.
True.
So, let me tell you, that camera was right there.
It was right there.
No idea how acting business works, but does it open up more opportunities for you, Steele? Commercials? Not really, but they're the most lucrative. So, and I've never experienced that in terms of acting work.
I love when things are lucrative. Yes, anyone can send an email my heart. Just send it over.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
2gaymats@gmail.com.
TWO. Did you guys see the Gaga tribute pregame? No, I didn't see it. But I heard she did a lovely job.
Oh, she's probably flying high right now. She's probably just like, you all love this.
I know. You do.
Gaga, and we do.
And we do.
Gaga.
Gaga. Nah.
Stephanie Germanata, you will always be famous. Okay?
Keep making music like this.
Oh. And that choreographer.
Paris.
You girl.
Keep with her. Stick with her.
Pay her whatever she wants.
Steele quits his job 2025.
I don't know.
Go to patreon.com/2gaymats.
The thought of it makes me sad though, because I'm just like, these people are such a part of my life.
You can still go.
I know,
hang out.
but like I see them every single day, so it's like the thought of not seeing them every day is like kind of scary to me.
I get that,
you know,
but it'll be great.
I know.
I want that so much. Go to Patreon, guys, please.
You're getting that, so Matt Palmer going one day quit his job.
That'll be great.
I want Substance to get picture actress screenplay. Not mad at Anora winning though. The thing is, like, for when I saw The Substance, I was kind of just like, it wouldn't surprise me if this also won screenplay, just because they're so like, it's such a first of all creative screenplay, but also so much of the story is told through like physical action and everything, and no dialogue. So I think that is something that excites people. Was the casting for the commercial easy? The most easy thing on the hardest part about the casting for the commercial was literally driving to the audition, because I sat in traffic for 2 hours because it was from one end of town to the other end of town at 4:30 on a Friday.
Do you know how many people auditioned for your part?
Girl, I don't know.
No.
But so that was the hardest part.
Is we gonna get that one hottie back on the podcast? What are we talking about?
I don't know. We are the hotties.
We are the hotties.
How many castings did it take? Just the one. I just popped in, said hi. They were like, pretend to look at boobs, and I went, okay.
Okay. Pretend to look at boobs.
I think The Substance is winning screenplay and actress. I think actress is pretty given at this point. So excited about that. I'm excited for Anora, because I mean, there was when it won the Palme d'Or, it was like, okay, is this the front runner for Best Picture? And then as awards season progressed, it was like, maybe not. But apparently the support has always been there.
I love that.
So,
well, guys, this has been lovely. What a lovely evening. Congrats to Matt Steele again.
Thank you. Congrats to you.
Thank you.
For all of your successes throughout life.
Thank you.
I can't think of any right now.
Oh. We're going viral on fucking Instagram right now with my TikTok.
That's true. Congratulations on making excellent content.
Thank you.
That has done numbers for
absolutely.
2Gaymats.
I will never understand YouTube Shorts.
Nope.
Sometimes they blow up and like we're at 75,000 video views on the Abracadabra short.
You know they'll blow up when it's Miley Cyrus related.
It's true. Also confusing. Like, I love Miley, but why is she?
I want to say like her team must be like, let's put a lot of money into like promoting the YouTube shorts.
You could be right.
Because every Miley Cyrus short we've done has done really well.
Do you see how many people have watched the Instagram reel of the Abracadabra?
No, I haven't been to our Instagram in a while.
290,000.
Okay.
We have over 5,000 followers now. 5,272. So that I'm proud of. Matt was on that old phone. Never forget. That is true. I was on. I don't even remember.
You were on the BlackBerry.
This is like 2010.
Yeah, that's big though.
That was big.
A lot of people had that phone.
That's true. That's true.
I wish you'd love me this way. Matt Palmer dancing with that little skinny tie.
That's the only way. To do
that
it.
was the time to wear a skinny tie.
Come on, Glee was on. Whenever Glee was on, you had to have that skinny tie going.
Ass tie.
The thing is, it's not actually a tie. It was the shirt was kind of had a black thing there.
Oh.
Yeah. secrets about the I Wish video.
Wow.
No
we
time.
need a behind the scenes.
I know.
Deep dive commentary. Holy shit.
It's not a time.
It's not a time.
Not a time. Wow. Guys, thank you so much.
We love you.
Have a great evening. And we'll see you next week with more GMATs.
Bye.
That was the U2 of his time. Get out of here, Michael.